What do you think you're most known for? Your acting, your music, or the controversy that surrounds you?
My big mouth. My big mouth. I got a big mouth. Can't help it. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes, comes. All the society is doing is leeching off the ghetto. They use the ghetto for their pain, for their sorrow, for their culture, for their music, for their happiness, for their movies. I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm gonna say because it's polite. They know what I'm gonna say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm gonna rule the world or I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.
You are listening to
Milagro, baby. Milagro Grams. International Nino. Mia. Nigga Billy.
Ride with the mob.
Hey, you guys. It is Wednesday, August 14th, and the screen is different. Okay. I see a comment that says, you cheat on your listeners. Shut up! So, people, we have some things to get into. Apparently, Kehlani ain't shit. Skai Jackson won't be getting no more Disney roles, bitch. And Saweetie might be the problem. That's what's going on, bitch. So we got a lot of relationship shit to talk, but I already feel drained. I kind of feel like I have absolutely nothing.
Away from me, don't you dare walk away
Girl.
from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one of my doors.
Girl, shut the fuck up. Please. So, how about she sang this fucking song and somebody said Nippy rolling over in her grave? Just Brittany talking about, girl, who is Nippy? And not too much on me. You know I can sing. Quit playing for real. Bitch, Nippy is Whitney Houston. You need to stop. That's why you hoes need to leave shit alone. Okay, it don't make no sense. They said, what just Brittany been? Apparently sitting in the front seat, butchering classics. I don't fucking know. What on earth is going on? And that's why I don't, hey, Honey Lot, thank you so much for those subs. That's why I don't like artists that really don't have a passion for music. If you really love music, then you go to school. But my thing is, you don't have to literally go to school. You know what I'm saying? You can go listen to greats and go pull this record, pull that record. That, like, you can study without having to get like formal training and know this person, know that person. How do you really love music if you don't listen to music? Listening to music is knowing things and following things. How the fuck you don't know who Nippy is while your ass is sitting up here singing I have nothing? And then these bitches really be trying to act like they so motherfucking young. Child, just Brittany is a grown-ass woman, and you know who in the fuck Nippy is. These hoes be playing crazy for the motherfucking internet, bitch. They say she ain't sound that bad, just didn't sound that motherfucking good either. Well, it's time to go ahead and cleanse our palate with some real music.
Oh, baby, please, I'm down on my knees. I need you back in my life, baby. I was wrong. I know I cheated on you about 1,000 times, but it would never be 1,001. Let me come home. I'm sorry for stealing money out your purse to purchase a black and mild. I'm sorry for messing around with your best friend. Now we having a child. Oh, I hope that's cool with you. Cause if it's not, I wouldn't know what to do. I'm
Hallelujah. Okay, so it just is what the fuck it is. They said Usher just into the chat. Don't bring him into this. He been confessed and went on about his business and had a residency, bitch. Now, before we get into this news, I do have a public service announcement for any bitch thinking that she playing with Sharonda or anybody like Sharonda. Girl, what happened?
Hey y'all.
Hey?
So today,
Huh?
I'm going to talk about when me and my grandchildren want to have fun, or when they want me to play with them and do a challenge with them, whatever the fuck they want, I'm going to do it.
Thank you, honey lot.
So don't get under there and talk about something that's a girl challenge, that's a boy challenge. They have girls and boys doing their fucking challenge. That's first off. Second off, ain't a bitch or they maybe gonna play with them. Third off, when they at school and all of them at school together, if somebody play with them, they already know. All of them gonna get on their ass. That's third. Now, some bitch gonna get under my post and say, oh, she's shaped like Shamar. No, bitch, I am shaped like Sharonda, baby. I am very good all over my body. I'm not ashamed of my body. But I go to this bitch page. She's a whole dancer. Bitch, you got a bout body. So don't you ever try to say nothing about nobody who have a regular body. First off, now, you want to buy yourself a body and then try to talk about somebody, baby. I'm very sexy. Anybody who know me, anybody who see me in person, please believe, baby. Your mama can't fuck with me and your daddy wish he could fuck me. That's that. Then she gonna say, that's why you're
very sexy.
Bitch, let me tell you something. Men go to jail for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So half of the men in jail, they're in jail for reasons that they shouldn't even be there for one. For two, bitch,
your son
women
doesn't fall in that category,
and a lot of people in this world are in jail in their own minds, in their own bodies, in their own heads. They got some women so messed up that they can't even leave a man because they're stuck, because they can't live without a man. That's being like imprisoned in your own mind, imprisoned in your own self. You don't even love yourself enough. You got to go get your whole body done for to talk about somebody else. Girl, bye, sit your ass down. Let me tell you something. If you gotta go and change yourself around and try to impress yourself and other people and shit, you in jail in your head. Cause guess what, bitch? I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. Cause guess what, bitch? I already know I'm good. I'm very sexy. Good. But I don't like people bullies. And I said that shit the other day. I don't like bullies, but the bitch don't even know. I went to her page and I know where she work. And she work in Texas. So when I walk in there, bitch, I want to see if you had that same energy. But anyway, like I said, if you done bout your body, if you got your own motherfucking issues or try to talk about somebody, please have your shit together, baby, because you got me fucked up all the fucking way.
Amen. Now,
anyway, that is what I got to say today.
Amen. So, first of all, if you are not very sexy, please get off my live. This live only for very sexy bitches. That's it. Only bitches confident in their motherfucking body. So let me go ahead and tell y'all about something that's completely off script. Fuck the motherfucking teleprompter. Oh well, going rogue. George Bush does not care about black people taking it there. So I find myself very upset this morning because why the fuck are y'all acting like I'm the reason for Scarlett low self-esteem? Scarlett posted this on social media.
She's hot. Woo. She's hot. Woo. She's hot. Woo. She's hot.
And the caption say, yeah, I left them. Yeah, my confidence back. But they gonna repost me saying, Scarlett, please. Listen to this motherfucking video.
You baby?
You're beautiful, man. Sometimes.
Oh.
What that mean?
I mean, sometimes. Sometimes.
Am I pretty right now?
No, not right now. Definitely not right now. Definitely not. I'm looking a little.
I don't feel like being on live no more. So your dad don't think I look pretty right now?
Not like right now, but like sometimes. You feel me?
Well, I don't know what to think about that.
Don't think too hard, baby. It is what it is. Okay.
Being pretty.
So, bitch, I see this stupid ass shit. And I said, man, Scarlett, please. Because here you go with this bullshit. Girl, I'm sitting up here. I don't even know where I was, bitch. I don't know if I was at Target. I don't know if, bitch, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't know. All I know is I look up and she in my motherfucking mentions talking about, what? Things are tough right now, but we growing strong. She hot. I said, what the fuck is this bitch talking to me? What? And then the motherfucking Shade Room. This the third time they done posted this shit. They talking about, all right now, Scarlett letting people know that her confidence is back. What the fuck you posting my tweet for? Like I'm the reason why the bitch sitting up in the bed wanting to get off live. That nigga just told her he ain't think she was pretty. That ain't got shit to do with me. What the fuck you talking to me for? Let me see if I can find this shit. Cause this don't make no motherfucking sense. And here you go. Now this is what makes me mad. So I'm Millie the Menace, right? I'm supposed to be so motherfucking evil. I'm supposed to be so this, so motherfucking that. Let's take a look at the chain of events, bitch. I said, Scarlett, please. She said, what? Things are tough right now, but we growing strong. She hot. I wrote her back on August fucking 8th. I ain't see the shit till a day later. Okay. I said, Scar, you under no circumstances need to be sitting up looking for validation from a man. You need to be able to look in that mirror and love what you see. I hated seeing you subject yourself to this. I don't be knowing how to take it because it feels performative at times. But little black girl, you are beautiful. And that's because God said. And fuck any nigga that doesn't see that. Have a good day. That's what the fuck I told this bitch. So why the fuck is you in my face? Why the fuck do you keep on posting this shit? They done posted this shit 3 motherfucking times. But on no occasion did they post when I uplifted this bitch. I done built this bitch up and they keep on poking me like they want me to tear her down. Bitch, what is going on? Like these people so motherfucking sorry. Like all of these narratives that they try to paint. But, oh well. Like what the fuck? And I'm sitting up here and I'm scrolling casually. We about to go outside. So I'm looking. Bitch, I say, why the fuck do I see my name? How the fuck I get in it? So I saw this first. You know, when you're on Instagram on your phone and you go to the second slide, on the next post it's gonna be on the second slide. So I saw this first. I wouldn't even seen that shit if I would have been on the second slide. And I go back and I said, my confidence is back. And y'all posting my shit like I took her bitch. Hello. I am not about to be a part of her motherfucking role light. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And what the fuck is Scarlett over there doing, trying to convince us that Swiss beats still make good beats, bitch? Literally. Let's go ahead and get into it. Trying to use me.
Should I put on this new song? Swiss just sent me this beat and it's crazy. Yo, play that shit, DJ.
Look at her, slow ass. Sick of this shit. After 2 days, her confidence back. Got some damn braids. Child. Child, she run New York. The fuck?
Hold on.
Welcome to 2005. I don't give a fuck. Put whoever the hell you want on it.
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh. Okay. Like literally. I don't give a fuck who you put on that regular ass beat. I want the Shade Room to stop posting that damn tweet like I'm the one that told the bitch she was ugly. Please stop. That's fucked up. That's cold lip. Okay, it's just the way that these people try to make me out to be. Like, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Let's get back to the lineup, please. Put the teleprompter back up. Now, people, I just wanted y'all to know that Lil Woody said that he ain't breaking the law no more. He breaking the net. So he put out a new song, and it is called I Don't Recall. Okay. And so it'll be on iTunes later this week for anybody that wants to stream, buy, and download. Okay. It is a movement, and he is the reason why, you know, a lot of the reason why all this shit is going on right now. So I don't know if y'all want to support him. I don't know. I don't know. They said that's Kelsey's favorite song. Let's go ahead and get into the news. I am so saddened to bring you this information this morning. I know news broke yesterday, but we weren't outside yesterday, so we're getting into it today. Disney Channel star Skai Jackson was arrested for domestic battery after a public fight with her boyfriend. Now, before we get into the story, I just want her to sit up here, and I want her to look as crazy as she look in this picture and as confused as she look in this picture. The thumbnail today will say, not a girl, not yet a woman. Shout out to Britney Spears. This was a single off of one of her smash albums, bitch. And I just feel like Skai needs some time, a moment that is hers while she's in between. That's gotta be what the fuck is going on. Now let me tell you about Skai. Her ass is sneaky. And a lot of people don't know she's sneaky. A lot of people don't know her ass is messy because of her physical presentation. What the fuck do I mean by that? Well, Skai is one of those young ladies that will forever, you know, be regarded a certain way because of how she looks. She has a very soft face and a very childlike face. And then she's a very petite woman. So a lot of people look at women that look like that and you kind of put them in a certain box. You know, I think it's a really difficult space to be in when you are built a certain way. And when you look a certain way, not that there's anything wrong with anybody's shape, but when you do look like a young girl, you know, somebody who hasn't hit puberty yet, I think that some men find it uncomfortable to want to, you know, seek you out a particular way or regard you a certain way, because a lot of the community will say, well, if you're attracted to somebody that looks like that, maybe you're attracted to kids. A lot of people, they'll say that, you know, young ladies shaped like her look like little boys and da-da-da-da-da. You hear that kind of shit all the time. And so I think she's someone that people don't look at or regard as maybe being a quote-unquote mean girl. But I tell you what, this girl has been in a whole bunch of bullshit. And I'm going to tell you how I know, okay? And you got to watch. So, my kids like Disney Channel. Now, I always grew up watching Disney Channel and Nickelodeon shit, and I loved it. But, obviously, I got older, so I stopped watching it. Okay, my kids started watching it. Skai was on this show about this lady who was never at home that had adopted all of these kids from different countries and shit. And they was sitting up in there like we are the world. And they was really getting raised by the motherfucking housekeeper, the nanny and shit like that. And all these kind of adventures and shit. Okay, that's why I saw her. So I wanted to know more about, you know what I'm saying, some of these people that the kids were watching and some of the young ladies that they, you know, like to fuck with and that they were interested in. And every time I looked up, Skai was in some shit. There was a situation with Jordan and Jordy and her little sister. And it was behind a fucking boy. There was that situation with Jules. Now, I do think that Skai was on the short end of the stick because we saw those colorist comments and then we saw the revenge porn. And that got swept under the rug because that's Beyonce's nephew. And then there was another situation concerning her, and it had to do, Bad Baby. Skai was into a back and forth with Bad Baby, and everybody on the receiving end of a beef or a back and forth exchange with Skai says the same thing. It be behind a boy. She is sneaky, she is messy, and she is vindictive. And a lot of people, you know, don't want to believe it, but that's how a lot of her peers regard her. Now, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not finna sit up here and run with a rumor that some kids then started that they running around with. I don't know this young lady. But I do feel like everybody can't be lying. And I feel like, you know, when I go and look at Skai's page, she by herself. I don't see you with them girls. I don't see you with nobody. I think that's because they don't like your ass. I do think you messy. And I think that's why your ass always in some goddamn mess. Absolutely. So what the fuck then happened now? Well, you can kiss that damn Disney check goodbye. Now, Disney gonna put a dick in the motherfucking program. They gonna be over there masturbating, halfway fucking, and everything else. It's gonna be all kind of pedophile images and shit in there. But you better not break a motherfucking moral clause. Do you agree with me when I say that the media has always and continues to show us that they are obsessed with the downfall of child stars? I'm not saying that the media doesn't focus on anything else, but I do think that there's a vested interest in these young ladies or in these kids, period, when we watch them grow up and then they fall into this cycle of drug abuse and maybe alcohol abuse sometimes, or just really just falling off the fucking wagon. I feel like they absolutely love that. I feel like they start to put a lot of pressure on these kids. I feel like they push them and they start asking people questions. They start running all these different headlines and shit, and it really turns into a big fucking thing. And I feel like that's what's happening with Skai. She had been in some things, but getting arrested and pregnant and fucking... Hello? So it's a really unfortunate situation, but let's go ahead and get into what happened. So TMZ reports that Skai Jackson has joined the ranks of former child stars who've had run-ins with the law. The Disney Channel alum was recently arrested. So get into it. Skai Jackson has joined the ranks. Is that something that's positive? What do we do with that? So they're already lumping her into, all of the other kids that's been basically fucked up. They said law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the actress, best known for starring in the Disney shows Jessie and Bunked, was arrested last week for domestic violence. We're told that deputies were called to the Universal City Walk after security spotted Jackson and her boyfriend getting into it, and the actress allegedly pushed them in more than once. Sources tell us that security clocked the altercation and then detained the couple until law enforcement arrived. The sources told TMZ that Skai and her boyfriend both denied anything got physical. They said it was quite the contrary. They said that she was happily engaged and that they're expecting a baby. Deputies said that they reviewed video footage and saw that she pushed him. She was arrested for misdemeanor domestic battery, cited, and then released a few hours later. We're told that the case will be reviewed by the LA County District Attorney's Office to determine if charges are warranted. And little is known about her boyfriend, and she's chosen to keep him off of social media for the most part. And TMZ did reach out for comment, but no word back yet. So, a lot of people were pissed off. And what were they pissed off about? The way that this situation was regarded. There were some people that felt like, this ain't a big deal. She shouldn't have went to jail. We making this bigger than what it is. We'll get to that in a second. But y'all full of shit. Y'all full of shit. Now, I was able to obtain the exclusive footage from the venue. When I do give y'all these exclusives, I do ask that you do not screen record and that you do not share. But like I said, this is footage from the altercation between Skai and her boyfriend. And as you can see, there she is right there, and quite agile. And nobody had any kind of clue that she was able to do stuff like this. So what is happening behind closed doors, I don't know. I don't know. And so last night, I didn't even sleep well, because I was just terrified about what could be going on in that house. And she's supposed to be pregnant and still was able to, hit that landing like that. So, everybody, just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. Now, if anybody that doesn't know who her baby daddy is, let's go ahead and get into this shit right here.
Texas, and I should have got a hair tie because I feel my head sweating.
Hello.
What did you listen to?
Man, OTF, Exotic Boy Bud. Y'all know what the fuck going on.
Stop with him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In Texas.
Oh Lord. So what the fuck is going on over here? Somebody posted a tweet and I resonated with it so much as it pertains to the situation. They said, I have turned into the older woman that can see when a nigga ain't shit and you want your loved one to get the fuck away from him. Child, what the fuck? Who is this little boy? And can you please send him back to where the fuck you found him? Skai, what is going on? But then you already know you can't tell her nothing about him. I think she got a color complex, if you ask me. I think she color struck. Especially after Jules told her she was lucky that he fucked the black ass. Bitch, I think that she is color struck. I don't think it's a coincidence that niggas, all these niggas, you know what I'm saying, look a particular type of way. I think she be trying to prove something to herself. I could be like reading into it a little bit too much, but I don't like what Jules said to her, and then the way that happened, and then the guys that she said after that. I just feel like they look a particular way. Anyway, this picture was posted, the picture to the right. Thank you so much for the subscription on Twitch. This photograph was posted a couple of months ago, and I saw it and I reposted it. And you see it's from Skai's Snapchat, and she put the baby emoji, and she's holding her stomach with somebody else. Now, she's very petite, so you know she could be 4 or 5 months along and it not really look as big as another young lady. And so I looked at the picture, I posted it on Twitter, and I was like, is this a pregnancy announcement or what the hell is going on? And I kind of left it at that, and everybody really paid it dust. And so much so that that's why everybody's now having a conversation saying pregnant, when she get pregnant, or da-da-da-da-da. I mean, was it hidden? Y'all just didn't give a fuck. So there's that. I don't feel like they gave a fuck about her being pregnant until they could attach it to something that they could use to tell her no. That's what I think. So, they said they do be clickbaiting on Snapchat. Maybe that's another reason why people dismissed it or overlooked it, child. They said, but she grown. They said, blame Halle. So someone went on social media and said, Keke Palmer got a pass, Megan Thee Stallion got a pass, and Skai is now getting a pass. Women won't cancel women who abuse, but the minute you mention Chris Brown, they ready to drag him. On this page, I'm going to call them out like I do the men. Too many females are comfortable with putting their hands on men because society will call them victims still. No matter your size, keep your hands to yourself. Shout out to the police who viewed the video and arrested her. Too many men are sitting in prison over a lie. Call them out. Did he lie? Let's talk about it, bitch. Let's talk about it. When it was revealed that Keke Palmer had been abusive, everybody had a reason. Megan Thee Stallion got arrested for going upside a nigga head. Everybody want to laugh and overlook it while she sit on Tory Lane's motherfucking balcony looking like dug, bitch, and laugh through the motherfucking story about what happened and, you know, downplay the shit. And then now you got this right here. So I do think that there's some truth to it, and it's not okay. If there had been a man that had been pushing a woman, and think about the size difference. She's very small. He's, you know, he bigger. So let's say this nigga was sitting up here pushing on her, and it doesn't matter what your size is. Nobody should abuse you. But y'all would have known that, yeah, there was something wrong with that. So why is it okay for her to push him? Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself unless you want to get knocked the fuck out, bitch. That's what the fuck you better do. I advocate for women teaching their sons to get a bitch the fuck up off of them. We know that men are stronger than women. Boys are stronger than girls. So I don't think that boys or men need to be whooping on no woman. You know, but I feel like if a woman put her hand, or she look like she about to put her hands on, because I don't think you need to let her hit you. If she look like she about to put her hands on you, I think you need to grab her. Yeah, I do. I think that you need to grab her arms or something. Bitch, don't put your motherfucking hands on me. And if a bitch come and she hit you, a bitch, push that hoe. Enough. Back the fuck up, bitch. You getting real out of order, bitch. That hoe feel like she want to hit you and you got to sting that bitch. Nah, I'm about to sting your ass. Yeah, you could walk off. And I could also back your ass the fuck up, bitch. Why the fuck does society feel like a man has to walk away? Leave that fucking man alone. That's what you need to do. That's what we need to teach. Because when I was getting raised, I was taught somebody hit you, hit their ass back. So, bitch, keep your hands to your motherfucking self. Now, I don't think a nigga need to be wailing on nobody. But I don't think no woman need to be running after no nigga, hitting him in his fucking face and doing all the kind of shit that bitches be doing. Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. And I also feel like once it gets to that point and everybody going hard in the paint and everybody just, we going upside each other's head back and forth like that, bitch, y'all might need to move along. That's not something that's healthy. That's not something that should be happening. And if you miss Station Head, did you find it? Thank you so much. Do y'all hear this? Those are red hot, so prepare to hear me smack. But like I was saying, if you were on Station Head, then you know that I am now a domestic violence advocate. Yes. Meanwhile, this nigga putting his hands on me, bitch. These hoes got on Station Head talking about they was about to expose me, bitch. So I had did a motherfucking 8-mile diss track on Station Head. And I was like, y'all, this what happened. So then I was like, I'm going to donate to domestic violence organizations. And I'm going to step into my role as a domestic violence survivor and turn my pain into a passion. Hallelujah! This is what's going on. Yes, because there's a reason for everything. So I had to think about what the reason was that this had to come out and that this truth had to be told. And it was because I have to advocate. I have to advocate for more people. Now I'm going to advocate for domestic violence victims. I'm a victim. I'm a survivor. Survivor praise. Yes. Okay, so thank you so much for the conversation that we had. Thank you so much for the dialogue that we had and the words of encouragement and everything like that. We will be getting into it. And I'm going to let y'all know, and maybe y'all can, I told y'all that my auntie is a part of this foundation for domestic violence survivors because the foundation is named for a woman that ended up getting killed, actually, by her spouse. And so she has that she's a part of, and I could donate to them. But I also want to donate to maybe something that really speaks to me, that, you know, there's somebody else, you know, too. I don't have to only give something to them. So if you guys have some tips, or you know some organizations or foundations, or if you're a part of something, or if you could raise awareness, or we could talk about some things from an educational point of view, I think that would be really, really dope, because today we're going to discuss Keke Palmer. And there are a lot of different misconceptions attached to that story that I wanted to get into. So I think that would be great if you guys could in the comments recommend maybe some different foundations, or on Station here when I open up the line and we chit chat, like we can get into those things as well. Thank you in advance. Thank you so much, so much, so much. So I guess it's just Domestic Violence Day. YG and Saweetie. I have concluded that Saweetie might be the motherfucking problem. Del Monte, to the front, baby. To the front. Now, I'm a dog ass bitch. I ain't no trifling ass bitch, but I'm a dog ass bitch. What that mean? That means that, yeah, it's some shit that I'm willing to do. I'm gonna take it there, but I ain't trifling. I have morals. I have principles. So it's a certain place I ain't gonna take it, but then in some certain ways I am gonna take it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Come down to it, bitch. I do choose me. Know that. So with that being said, there are some people that I feel like dog ass bitches too, but I like them anyway because they have enough redeeming qualities or things about them that I fuck with, and I still feel like they're a good person. I feel like Del Monte. I feel like she I feel like she'd probably just be with that rah-rah shit. It can't be everybody else. Quavo running in the elevator trying to get a motherfucking Xbox back. She done got into a situation, okay, with YG down at the house. He calling her a lying ass cheater. I mean, we think she might have got some dick from Chris. They say she might have been fucking that lady husband. Okay, what the fuck is going on? She might be the problem. I don't know. But I tell you what, okay? I still like her right now. Now, somebody did tell me, and I really hated to hear this. Somebody told me that they had to do a service for Saweetie and that she was a bitch. They said that she was giving mean girl and that she was very like standoffish and kind of rude and da-da-da-da-da, and that they did not enjoy the experience. Now, that is just one person. Maybe she had a bad day. I don't know. But I hate to hear stuff like that because reputations do precede you. And I'm just real big on people treating people a certain type of way. So I always hate to hear when somebody had a bad experience. I literally have only ever heard that one negative thing, though. So that's not something that I hold to her. Because like I said, somebody could take a clip of something I said one day and say I'm a vile person because I cussed somebody out, you know? So I don't know. But let's get into what the fuck happened down at that house down in California. Hey, bitch. So, of course, TMZ and they copper opera friends, bitch, got all the information. They said it was trouble in paradise for YG and Saweetie, and we've learned that the couple had a run-in with the cops after getting into one spicy skirmish. They said law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the rapper couple got into a heated argument at their Los Angeles area home on Saturday afternoon, where things got so loud that somebody called the cops out of concern. So they told TMZ that the deputies rushed over to the residence and they immediately separated YG and Saweetie, who apparently got into it over a cell phone. Okay, after speaking with both parties, the cops determined that there had been no physical contact and that it had just been an argument, albeit a loud one. I'm sorry, it's early, so I'm stuttering. I ain't smoked yet. Bear with me. So both YG and Saweetie were okay in the aftermath of the drama, but the officers made sure that everybody had calmed down before they left. So they took a non-criminal report, and this just documents the events, but nobody pressed any charges or anything like that. So what the fuck then happened down there at their house? We don't know. But what we do know is that YG went online and said he put a lion over a cheetah. Let's go to the shade room. Let's go to the shade room so we can see what it is that his ass posted, so that maybe you can understand what happened down at their goddamn house. So this is what YG posted last night: a lion and a cheetah. So everybody, let's solve the riddle. What do you think this means? If I were to go to my discernment, I would say I believe him. If the implication is that she's a lying-ass cheater, do I believe that that could be true? My spirit doesn't fight it at all. I literally do think, yeah, that I could see that. What about you? Can you see that? And that's not because I feel like, you know, she just a trash ass hoe. It's because, bitch, I look at patterns. And I look at somebody's character and how they move. You already been accused of fucking this nigga, that nigga. You been in this relationship, child, you was moving like this. We already seen the elevator shit. You get a little spicy. Like, Saweetie a pretty girl, but I think a lot of people have misconceptions about people based on how they look. I think that Saweetie, like, she get a little bitch sometimes. Okay? And so this is what the fuck is happening right now. So they said she definitely fucked Chris Brown. But that's why I can't be mad at her. The fuck? Listen, we all get one motherfucking life. If you get to live at the same time as Chris Brown, y'all in the same motherfucking age group, and you end up being able to fuck Chris Brown, you not gonna fuck him one time for the one time? Bitch, shut up. I don't give a fuck about that. Yes, the fuck. Like, that's like once in a life, bitch, duh. Hello? And you could line up a fine hoe and ask a nigga the same thing. If a nigga had the opportunity to fuck Rihanna, you think he not finna fuck? If Rihanna literally gave a nigga the opportunity to even touch her fucking body, you don't think a nigga will fall for Rihanna? Come on now. Now, of course, there are exceptions, but for the most part, and guess what? I hate when we have talks like this and somebody say, I wouldn't. Get the fuck on, Debbie Downer, bitch. Go on, hoe. We don't give a fuck about that. Fuck whoever wouldn't do it. Shout out to all my bitches and all my niggas that would, nigga. Fuck all, yeah. Oh well. Y'all always sitting up here on the motherfucking high horses, bitch. Ain't got up off that saddle, you ain't kicked that damn horse and went no motherfucking well. Oh well. Fuck you. Fuck your principles, bitch. Oh well. It's just too much going on in the world not to fuck Chris Brown if you got the chance. That's just stupid. Like, I really don't understand what y'all trying to say. So, listen. Del Monte. Somebody said I fuck Chris Brown so good. They said that their reincarnated self will feel it. Girl, you been and came back as a motherfucking bunny rabbit, girl. You need to stop. Please. Let us please move on. This bitch said she'll fuck Chris Brown in front of all of his baby mamas. Bitch, y'all remember when JT said, she want to suck that dick in her face because I'm the lead, bitch, bust it on me. She ate that up. Yeah, call that bitch that you cheat with so I can suck it in her face. On some, yeah. I'm the lead, bitch, bust it on me. There you go. I gotta listen to the mixtape some more so I can memorize it for real, for real. Loading. They said, who did she cheat with? I think it was just a line. All right, let's go ahead and get into Keke Palmer, okay? Now, is Keke Palmer pregnant? I don't fucking know, and I do not fucking care. Keke Palmer done had a baby. When you have a baby, especially when you get a little bit older, and I'm not saying Keke old in any capacity, bitch. We about the same. Keke probably a little bit younger than me, but she a grown-ass woman. Okay, your stomach towards the bottom, it ain't gonna be, once you have a child, okay, your stomach gonna look a certain way because you done had a baby now. So at the end of the day, it could be that she just, had a day, she a little bloated or whatever, or da-da-da-da-da. Like, this is not indicative of her being pregnant because she is now a grown woman that has had a baby. Even women that have not had a damn baby can look like they pregnant from the side, bitch, on a random day after they done had a motherfucking hot dog in the park. You never know. So, I don't know. Now, moving along, this is her baby daddy, and this is the baby. They smiling, they happy. Well, they about the only ones, because social media been tearing her ass up. Let me eat this red hot so I can pop my shit. So, there are some social media users that feel like this photograph validates their thoughts that she's a liar. That she over-exaggerated her claims so that she could get what she wanted. And so a lot of people have contributed that to her character, and they feel like Keke ain't shit. They feel like this photograph proves that. And this is why we need to have a professional come in and talk, because y'all's idea of domestic violence is warped. Just because Keke is in a photograph with the father of her child, that doesn't mean that he did not put his hands on her. That does not mean that she didn't put her hands on him. All it means is they have a human that's in this world that they have to raise. And they're deciding at some point to co-parent. So they're in the park in this instance, but I wouldn't give a fuck if they was in the living room. If Keke want to sit up here and be around this nigga and you want to do that together, that's her motherfucking business. You got to recall, Keke did not come out and say, everybody, this is what happened to me. Come into my world. It ended up in the news. You can feel like she's the reason why it ended up in the news, but at the end of the day, bitch, ain't no facts with that. That's an assumption, that's speculation. All we know is that the media found out about it and we heard the different details. When it was time for them to go to court and line all that shit up, Keke dropped the shit. The restraining order that she had against them, she dropped it. Okay. They're behind the scenes trying to mediate this shit. It looks like that it came to some type of agreement. How do people feel about that? I'm looking at everybody crazy because you can't cross a certain line with me. You're not finna accuse me of certain shit and put that shit on paper and I allow myself to be around you again, but I'm not him. So maybe they've healed enough or they're healing and he felt like he could be around her. They could take a picture. I want the baby to see the mama and the daddy in the same room. But for me, when it comes to him, he was accused of a lot of things and Keke allowed him to be subject to too much disrespect. I'm not saying that he was perfect, but under no circumstances will I condone the way that his mother or her mother spoke to him. What's his name? Darius Jackson. Do y'all remember them phone calls and calling him gay and telling him he less of a man and all he do is this and that and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So I think that was a big ass motherfucking problem. We knew and found out that Keke had been being abusive towards him because she apologized, she wrote about it, and all of that shit. So it wasn't just him. So I can understand people feeling like, Keke, what the fuck is going on over there? I think Keke's throw it off. I think she throw it off, and I think her mama throw it off, and I think that Darius has to throw it off, and that's why they ass over here smiling, looking like the crazy bunch. That's why. So Keke is so beloved in our community, that I think that if she continues to focus on work and not bring the public into her relationship again, she'll be all right. I don't think that Kiki and her brand could withstand another scandal like this. Kiki can't get caught up in another abusive situation. Kiki can't get in another relationship and go public and then the nigga leave and it look like maybe she was in the wrong. I just feel like there was irreparable damage done. But because of what she's been able to create for herself and in Hollywood, period, and the name that she's made for herself, we're willing to like take it, look at it, but still move on from it because that's how much people cared about her. I will say for myself, bitch, I'm looking at Kiki crazy. Absolutely. Even though Kiki did not come out and go on Instagram and say this or that, she said certain things in that paperwork. And that's where my problem lies. If you gonna go to a fucking courthouse and you gonna say this nigga did this, this, and that, I feel like you gotta stand on this shit. And you being backed by that nigga a certain way, to me, you look crazy as hell. And I know it's not a 1-2 thing, but the things that she said that he did to her, if that's true, then bitch, I would never. And then the way that either he says she lying or she over exaggerating, why would you want to be around a bitch that would do that to you? Or try to ruin your name like that, ruin your reputation and take your son from you. So either way you spin it, bitch, I'm not smiling in no motherfucking picture with you. Fuck you, bitch. I want kids no more. Fuck you. The fuck? You hoes get too caught up with thinking because a nigga didn't fuck before. Or we fucked before like we gotta fuck again. Bitch, we really fucking don't. Are you on dope, ho? This is what the hell I'm trying to understand about these bitches and about these niggas. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You ain't no family, bitch. The fuck? Bitch, it is 2024. You know my philosophy. New baby that. Bitch, listen. I keep a baby daddy on standby, bitch. You must be crazy than a motherfucker. Listen. It's another nigga for another nigga, bitch, that's gonna take care of whatever the fuck he need to. You got that right? They said it's breaking up real bad on Station Head, just FYI. And ain't nobody told me nothing. Oh, wait, they couldn't. Yo, I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi. They said it is not breaking up real bad. Not a fucking personal problem. They said I did. They said it is not breaking up. Well, I turned my internet off, so if it got better, then good. If it didn't, don't tell me shit, because ain't nothing else I can do about it. So, yes, I would like to talk to a professional on the show so that we could talk about what domestic violence looks like for different people, so that we could hopefully learn a little bit more about it. You know, I understand people have their feelings about the situation as it pertains to Kiki and her nigga, but at the end of the day, just because they're in the photograph, that does not mean that she wasn't abused. That does not mean that he wasn't abused. That does not mean that it wasn't a toxic relationship. You should always remember that shit looks good on camera, and it could be all kind of shit going on, you know, behind the scenes. So those are not one and the same. Now, we've been here for 50 minutes and ain't nobody said nothing about my money. And that's my motherfucking problem. We'll be right back. Bitch, hello? Not you back on my line looking for entertainment. Sure, I got you. But if you want to continue to have a raw and unfiltered show, you have to support. Don't become a part of the problem. Your contributions help creators like me pour back into our platforms and grow. This is an independent operation funded by the people for the people. So you gonna invest in a nigga or what?
All financial contributions are non-refundable, and any hoe asking me for a refund, you can go.
These fucking red hots be having me in a chokehold. I'm gonna try so hard not to eat them. I promise to God. All right. If you didn't send me no money, get the fuck off my live. I hate you. So, TMZ ran a story about Kehlani. We already had heard about all of the bullshit that was going on. They accused her of being in a fucking sex cult. And I had got up on my soapbox and said, God, don't play by me, bitch. Look at you. I said, you was so ready to point the finger and judge people and act like you was just the most principled bitch in the world. And now you going through all of this shit. Now you online pleading your motherfucking case. Well, shit then amped up, bitch. Let me tell you what happened. The baby daddy said, bitch, you got me fucked up. While we were minding our business, Kehlani's ass had slid down there to the people and said she want a restraining order. She thought that the shit would be able to go in and be under the radar enough. You know what I'm saying? And I guess finesse, on the other side. Well, TMZ runs a fucking story about the paperwork. The baby daddy hits up and said, bitch, I know you fucking lying to me. He said, you better get that shit taken down or go handle this shit before I expose everything. So Kehlani comes back and she gives a statement and says, I didn't tell anybody anything. So she retracted what she said as though she was nervous about what he could potentially put out. So before we get into all of this shit, people are asking, what did the text messages prove? It ain't necessarily that a situation where the text messages proved anything. It was the fact that he told her, if you don't retract these things and make a fucking statement, I'm going to expose you. And then she went and did that. That adds some validity to the claim. Because if I'm not worried about you exposing me, I wouldn't have made a statement, right? Okay, so he didn't produce anything that was a black and white smoking gun, but the implication was there. She did enough for it to look like you do have something to hide, basically. Whew. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start at the top. So Kehlani went to the courts and said that her ex is abusive, physically, emotionally, and verbally, and that he's high all the time, and that his alleged behavior is having a negative effect on their baby. This is my problem with Kehlani, and this is my problem with bitches. When did that start being a problem for you? You went and filed a claim only after he filed for custody. He's been allowed to be, here or there, whatever the fucking... Oh, no, you keeping him away. That's his problem. So why wasn't that part of you fighting for sole custody? Why didn't this whole thing begin as you fighting for your daughter because he wasn't worthy and you felt like he shouldn't have his rights? That's the question. So I find it really interesting that now all of a sudden he's this abusive, that abusive, and da-da-da-da-da. It just makes me feel like, maybe you're up to no good, because where the fuck was all of that at? That doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just because someone doesn't say something at a certain point, that does not mean that they don't have a truth. But you do look fugazi because of when you decided to come out and say this shit. That's what I'll say about that. And these bitches do be lying. So they said Kehlani got a court order protection from Javaughn, that's the baby daddy, after claiming that he smashed through her locked bedroom door back in June. And like I told you, TMZ got the paperwork. That's how they found out. The singer claims that her ex flew into a fit of anger after she questioned him about a notice that she received in the mail indicated that he'd applied for public assistance. She says that he was living in her back house at the time and spent his days smoking weed, doing magic mushrooms, and stewing in his room, which she says was a pigsty. Kehlani claims things came to a head when Javaughn broke into her room and called her a bitch and a liar, blaming her for their daughter's birth, claiming he was trapped and that his life was ruined. Child, not in the back like a slave. So in the documents, Kehlani says that she told Javaughn to beat it that day. And when she went into the back house where he had been living, it was littered with weed, food, trash, and debris. Kehlani says that their 5-year-old daughter would spend a lot of time with Javaughn in that space and come back reeking of marijuana. She says that Javaughn often gets so high that he spouts religious rants and believes that when he's in a state, he poses a risk to their child. So why didn't you separate then? Why didn't you, bitch, you get one time to have my child coming back smelling like drugs, bitch. One. So how does she come back repeatedly smelling like weed and that was never a problem for you? The way that he was living and the pattern that he settled into, why was that never an issue for you? And if you thought that he could be a potential threat, why did you allow the baby girl to go into the room? Wouldn't that make you negligent? If I feel like my child is in danger with someone, why would I keep sending the baby back there with him? And you the one that put him up in the motherfucking outhouse, I bet. So you trying to, talk about the shit that he doing, but you looking fucking crazy. Because as a mother, I think that there are certain things that you should do to make sure that if you feel like your child is in danger, that no longer is a fact of life. The fuck immediately. So, after 5 years together, Kehlani says she can't take no more chaos and abuse, accusing him of disturbing her peace of mind and threatening her safety. She says that he blocked her and fell off the map when he left following their fight in June. Kehlani says that Javaughn sometimes picks up their daughter from school and she don't have any damn idea when the fuck they go together. Let me highlight another thing. That he sometimes picks up the daughter from school. How is that happening more than one time? You're accusing your baby daddy of being drugged out and a potential risk. And he's been picking up the baby from school and you don't even know where the fuck they be going. And that happened more than once. When you could have gone to the school and taken his name off of there and filed a motherfucking report. It's not kidnapping. If the father who had a right to go to the school and pick up the baby took the baby out of school. The problem is, if you had an issue with that and you're afraid, why in the hell didn't you do something about it? A judge saw enough to sign off on the temporary restraining order, barring Javaughn from contacting her or getting within 100 yards of Kehlani or the baby. She was also granted sole custody of the baby until the hearing next month. So she filed a restraining order. So why he got text messages and she retracted statements and was trying to call him when he said, I'm about to expose your ass. You violated your own order, baby. All Kehlani had to go do was go get her police report and then go to the school and say, this person can no longer pick up my child. And this is why. That's it. End of discussion. So miss me with that bullshit. A mother that wants to protect her child will do what she needs to do to protect her child. It's that simple. I wanted to highlight this to show you that this is an active social media conversation. A lot of people watch my show and think I give a fuck about these bitches outside of giving my opinion so I can get my money, so I can go get me a motherfucking wig, bitch. You slow as hell. I know how to get a conversation started and I know how to keep it going. I know how to get the internet riled up, but bitch, I don't give a fuck. Active. So, someone went online and said, Kehlani's baby daddy filed for full custody last week. This week, Kehlani gets a restraining order and she claiming abuse. What was this claim prior to the daddy wanting full custody? These women love playing the victim card when the men take control. They know that the judge going to have sympathy for them. Men got to work hard to prove that they're innocent. Fellas, be more careful and record everything. They said there is a new trend going on. Whenever the man attempts to file for full custody, the women play the domestic violence card. All three of these men were accused of domestic violence the minute that they wanted full custody of their children. Pay attention. They said Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, Darius Jackson and Keke Palmer. They said in Javaughn and Kehlani. I highlighted this because it needed to be highlighted. And it just is what the fuck it is. Now let's go ahead and get into what happened. The receipts and shit, okay? So remember what I told you before we actually got into the story. The TMZ outlet, they decided to run the information, run the exclusive about Kehlani filing that motherfucking claim against him. She thought she could be slick. TMZ got the drop on her ass and put it out. Javaughn gets pissed off like, bitch, what the fuck is this? He tries to hit her up, but it's too late. Let's take a look at the messages. So the story comes out, and then boom. Maybe Lonnie, as in Kehlani. Javaughn, call me now. Like ASAP, emergency. I keep trying to call, and it's going to voicemail. Now this, you see this say June 13th. He said, I begged you to leave me alone. I begged you that I didn't want to speak. I ran from your room into the back house. You followed me and barged through the door. I asked you repeatedly that I did not want to talk to you. You said you have to speak to your co-parent. I ran into the bathroom. I said, I know I do not. Can you please stop? I said, please leave me alone because I knew what you was about to do. I said, I'm packing, but you kept coming. You wanted us to be homeless in the morning. So back in June, you wanted him gone. And he was such a threat and had busted in your door. But you keep on calling him. For what? and texting him that, bitch, you was calling him. Okay. He said Kehlani busted through her own door and is framing her abuse is mine. I have more, and this is why I keep a paper trail. It's sad that she's resorting to lying. Another message from July 7th, which wasn't that long ago, and that is after June. He said, I've decided that I'm never speaking to you privately ever again. I'm asking that you set up communication with the baby completely separate from any direct communication with you. That's a liability to my safety because of your lying ability. We know what you lied about, down to your little burner accounts. I don't care to rehash. That's a you thing. And everything you claim I lie about, I have 100% physical proof of. I'll take all of her scheduling updates at my email, and he listed it. He said there's no reason to speak. With my fatherly rights, I'll be having somebody contact her school directly for all updates about her. I'm asking to go no contact with you specifically because I've recognized a real pattern of different forms of abuse since I was 20 years old, freshly homeless, fleeing another dangerous situation to your couch at Sycamore Avenue. You confidently and conveniently always leave that part out. So let's talk about it. He captioned the photo, I cut off contact with her last month because of her abuse and how she alleges abuse when she's scared. We got to bring Kaylin Walker back up. Kehlani likes to hang with homeless people, okay? Kehlani used to look like a dirty little swamp rat. Do y'all remember that? They cleaned her up and gave her some body oil and some Etch-a-Sketch abs. And now y'all be acting like y'all forgot where the hell she came from. Do not forget that Kaylin Walker was strolling and roaming the streets of California, picking up homeless bitches, taking them back to the fucking mama house. And I told him to his fucking ear, that's taking advantage of women. That's a pattern. You are seeking out women who are desperate and need something, and then you feel like you're not raping them or assaulting them or da-da-da-da-da, but nigga, you're bringing in streetwalkers, literally bringing in streetwalkers, having sex with streetwalkers and putting their ass back out, and they need somewhere to sleep. Don't forget that Kehlani was hanging out with who? Kehlani. Get into it. Get into it. So when the baby daddy says, bitch, I was homeless and I ended up living on your couch and fucking you. Hell yeah, I believe it. She been living like that. I ain't telling no motherfucking lies about these hoes. That's what it is. And see, that's why her ass didn't want us interviewing Kayla. She didn't want me talking to him because you find out little tidbits of information. See, somebody who didn't know that little fun fact would think, she wouldn't be up there with no nigga off the street. Bitch, yes, she would. Yes, the fuck she would. What else was said? So this says today. So this is what I want to highlight. And this is what for a lot of people made the claims feel real against Kehlani, despite what she said in that paperwork. The same woman who went to the courts and said, I need a restraining order. Let me show you what she did. Javaughn hit her up when the story broke and said, I'm giving you the chance to retract your statement before I post everything. She said back, I'm calling you. I was in rehearsal. I can retract. I've been in a 6-hour rehearsal. Do you see that she went on her story and she said, I did not make a statement, nor did I go to TMZ about my business. If she was not afraid of what he could expose, why would she go and make this post after he said, I'm giving you the chance to retract your statement? This is a direct retractment, people. So, Kehlani, you look guilty as fuck. Very guilty. And I did do a story about this young lady who felt like you had did some weird shit and invited her backstage and feeling like, you know, she was supposed to fuck and all that. We talked about it. Very thorough, bitch. Get into it. And so the baby daddy said she lied for public favor. And all of y'all who claim to be her friend need to get off trying to paint me any type of way for her and go tell her to quit lying. It's not good for her spirit. It's real layers to the audacity of her lies. That's what he said. Whew. I think he posted some other shit. Let me go look. These people tripping. I just want to make sure we got everything. Hold on. We already saw that. We ain't see this one. And it says Kiki. He says the blurred out name is a person that gave her the closure she needed. Yo, I just talked to Blank, and I pray that this girl gets what she deserves. She's hurt way too many good people, and she needs to be held accountable for everything. And this was back in July. They said whatever we have to do. So he responded and said, yeah, I'm sorry too. I know it's rough to hear it all at the same time as it is enlightening. She's trying to bullshit her way through all of this, but I genuinely don't think that it'll work. She's left a bad mark on too many people. So before it blew up, they were having a certain, type of conversation surrounding her name. Not saying they will, but stand your ground if her or any of those people around her try to come and manipulate you. Stay calm, because they like to try to provoke people. So he said, meanwhile, I've spoken to Kiara. I know the truth of what they did to that girl. It's sad. I don't care if they silenced her. They won't do it to me. He then went on to say, when she cheated on her last girlfriend, Kiara, she alleged that the person that she was cheating with raped her. Kiara later found out that that wasn't true. And she alleges that rape and abuse, basically he's saying Kehlani claims that she has gotten raped or abused when she has nothing else. And said that she lied. I also heard that there was some pregnancy lie. And don't forget when she got caught cheating on Kyrie, that little suicide attempt shit. Child. So he said everything else I'll address later. But I want all false accusations, abuse to rest. That is not normal to scream abuse when you don't know what to do. And I think that he's right. So a lot of people are concerned about Kehlani's tour. A lot of people are online selling their tickets. They say they do not want to go. A lot of people, for whatever reason, believe that, babe, yeah, that's you. Child, Latto just announced that she is going on tour. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I know I just hit y'all up, but bitch, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes in. I want to eat some more Red Hots. Be right back.
I love you. You love me. Bitch, where is my money? Better have my shit by the end of the week, or your ass is gonna get beat. Goodbye now.
Y'all, give me a second. It's just too much going on. Discord has been acting a fucking fool. And I don't know why certain people can't type here or there, because if you're verified, then you should have the permission to type. So when I tell you I'm literally not fucking understanding at all, I'm really not understanding what the fuck the problem is. But I'm gonna focus today because we're doing this show early. So when I get done, I'm going to go and see what the fuck. Is that what it is, Zoe? I was thinking that's what it was, but I didn't want to change it because I wanted y'all to have y'all roll. I want the distinction. But I was thinking that may be what the fuck it is. Honestly. It's just stupid shit. All right, y'all, let me do something real quick and then I'm off of it. And don't forget, when I get done making the changes, I'll let you know how you can get back on them. Okay? But in the meantime, let me do this real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds and maybe that'll fix the problem that so many people have been having. If it doesn't, then shit, I'm gonna have to look at it later. All right. Whew, I'm back. I am back. All right. Can we talk about Stunner Girl? Child, love don't live here no more. All these bitches, okay, it's in a bad predicament. Okay, literally. So Stunner Girl got shot in the motherfucking chest. Y'all remember that? Right in her titty. Bitch, I would have been crying so bad. Bitch, you know I love my titties. So she got shot in the chest, lived through the ordeal. Baby daddy, or not baby daddy, she ain't got no kids, child. Husband, quote unquote, came online cussing out bitches. Anna Mac was trying to mock her and make fun of her. That everybody was talking about karma and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And so he said something. And then Stunner Girl came out and said something. And then we kind of went on about our business. Okay. Stunner Girl went online yesterday. And she said, don't attach my name to no nigga. I been had a new nigga. I felt that. I had liked that. But, you know, as it pertains to her, you know, everybody was like, well, you was just hugged up last week. What happened to your thugger? And so she said, take the P off your face. You not from Bompton. You got that shit put on your face in prison at the age of 23. And tell the world how you ran when I got popped and called my little brother crying, asking him to come help. You a blade, okay? And then said, I've been cheated on you 2 years ago. So she claims that he ran when she got shot and was crying to her motherfucking brother. And she said, bitch, I've been cheating on you, hoe. Fuck you. I don't know what the fuck a blade is outside of a blade. So I don't know the lingo from Cali. What does she mean in this context, you guys? She said, asking him to come help. You're a blade. She said that mean that he gay. They said a blade is Figueroa, a streetwalker, a hoe. She calling him a hoe ass nigga. Basically. Okay, so they are telling me that she's basically calling him a hoe ass nigga. And so she said, bitch, you ran when I got shot. I don't respect you. I cheated on you. Fuck you. We are done. When a woman does not feel protected, that's over with. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But I don't see this working. Because I don't think a man should, you know, deal with a bitch that's going to play with him like that on the internet and talk down to him like that. And I don't think a woman should be with a man that she can't respect. So there's that. So yeah, y'all should be done. What else happened after that? She said, you got ran out of Oakland, cutting the fuck up, and went to LA to try to be a Paru. You was finna get the P whacked off your face because niggas ain't fuck with you till we got the network. You got a shit, okay? And then she said, a bag and ain't did shit about it. Stop bapping. What? You was finna get the P whacked off your face because niggas ain't fuck with you till we got the network. You got a shit bag on and ain't did shit about it. Stop bapping. Oh, a shit bag. You got a shit bag on. A colostomy bag? Oh, I'm reading it like a retard because it wasn't clicking for me. And ain't no punctuation in the right places. So she's literally saying, you got a shit bag on. And, oh, okay. She's saying you got a colostomy bag. Oh, okay. Bitch, that was your nigga. The fuck? Hello? You can't play with him like that. Listen. If you want to be mad at the nigga because he ran when you got shot, you can have that. But coming at that nigga because he got a colostomy bag, coming at that nigga because he was trying to be a fake Paru, coming at that nigga about a pee on his face and all that other shit, none of that shit mattered when you were with him. That shit ain't happened yesterday. All of that shit was true, you know, and a fact of life before you got shot. So the only thing I'm gonna let you have, bitch, is the fact that you mad that he left when you got shot and ran. Then yesterday was his birthday. So she waited till his birthday to come and say he wasn't shit. So he got on social media looking like he was crying.
We let a girlie for life, man. Let's get it. Whether we together or not together, man, we gonna keep it lit. I love y'all, man. It's my birthday today, y'all.
Tom, nigga, please. Okay. Nigga, please. Hell no. That ain't gonna work for me. That just ain't gonna work for me. But I don't respect women coming out and try to play with a nigga a certain type of way. And I don't respect men trying to do that. If you were in a relationship with somebody, you was fucking with somebody, then that's just that. If you find out something that you don't like, and you get upset about that, then cool. But all of those things that you overlook, like don't be in no relationship with no nigga and on mad day he got a little dick. That's not my business because you ain't give a fuck about that. No, I don't want to hear that shit. Do not be in a relationship with a woman and then when you get out the relationship, her pussy trash. I don't want to hear that shit. That was your bitch, so that's just that. Okay. So, Now, after all of that bullshit, it's time for love. I've had enough. You know, we had Kiki, Stunner Girl, bitch, Saweetie, Skai. Oh my God, just too many. Kehlani. Let's love.
I love you. I love you beyond all limit. With all my strength. With all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong when you done carried me so many nights.
Wow.
I love you. Through the fire.
Sure. The Impact Awards with no damn impact. What? Somebody said that this is a slave speech. Okay. Is it giving 4th of July? People, what the fuck is going on down here? Jonathan Majors and got up here crying hard and shit. Megan Good all up in the goddamn audience crying and shit. What the fuck is y'all crying for? What is this? Now let me be a grown up and give my opinion. There's one side of me that feels like Jonathan lost a lot. He was poised to do a lot, and he really is a phenomenal actor, even though I think everything they say about him is true. I think he batshit fucking crazy. That's what my discernment tells me. But in the case of the white woman and that particular situation, I don't think that he was in the wrong. So it's crazy that things played out the way that they did. So it's not far-fetched to me that, you know, he could really feel like, because I never believed this relationship, that doesn't mean that they don't like each other and that it wasn't genuine. So maybe they did get together. And it obviously was during the time where everything was going bad for him. Things are still rocky for him. He's trying, you know, but it's still hard. He's been branded a particular way. And she came in at that time in his life and wasn't afraid to walk out hand to hand with him. And wasn't afraid to show them out on a date. And wasn't afraid to claim him as her man. And there could be, you know, a situation where he genuinely is grateful for that. And he really does love her. And him being recognized on this stage made him feel seen. And maybe he just wanted to express in that moment how appreciative he was of her, because maybe he feels like he wouldn't be there, you know, if it hadn't been for her helping him get through those hard times. Now that's me being mature. The nigga side of me feels like this award, if you went and tried to melt it down and pawn it, wouldn't be worth 10 motherfucking cents. So you sitting up here crying like you getting a motherfucking Oscar, dropping all these tears. Listen, this is giving PR relationship. I feel like y'all rehearsed that bullshit. That little, do the fire. The child, Shaka said, stop that shit. I ain't going for this shit. Matter of fact, you wanna know how I feel about that goddamn situation? Hit it, bitch.
From me, don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, don't make me close one of my doors.
It's the door. Girl. You want to know something? I Have Nothing was one of my songs. We used to have performances in my family. For Christmas, for family reunions, for whatever, we had to perform. Stay like the mic stand, microphones, the machine, so you could hear it, like literally the whole fucking nine. Okay. And I Have Nothing was actually on my set list. So there are videos of me, like, throughout my childhood, butchering the fuck out of that song. And fun fact, that's the reason why I have the nickname Lil Whitney. My granny started calling me Lil Whitney when I was a little girl because that's one of the songs that I was singing, and I really liked it, and I would really try to give it my all and really try to hit those notes and really try to do a good job, and I adore Whitney Houston, and so that's kind of playing on my top, but yeah, that's where I get that little nickname from. They talking about Whitney Hutton. They said, who in the hell call you that? Bitch, my granny them at home, Kyle. They call me Lil Whitney. For real. I bet I got 101 nicknames. There go another one. So, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck about this relationship, and I'm really pissed off at her. When Jonathan Majors was up top, bitch, he was on top of a white hoe. He came back and looked for a black woman to help build him up because that's the only type of woman that can build a nigga up the way he needs to be built up. And so I do not like how you risked everything that you've done to sit up and stand by his motherfucking side to try to help rebuild his motherfucking career. Now, based on what everything was about, I look at it like this. I feel like she knew the details and then he knew. So nobody felt like the nigga would get punished for the shit or have to like face it. Like I think they thought it would go away, but it didn't. I think because we all know it was unjust, they feel like there's this redemption arc. And I feel like she was open to being in a relationship with him because if they can come out on the other side, then that could be good for both of them. Because then he would get to rise back up and get into a certain position, and then she would be looked at as the person that was by his side, and she gets that notoriety too. So for me, I don't feel like it's genuine in any fucking capacity. But I'm not them. They really could be in love. But I ain't buying the bitch. And I've never fucking liked it. I don't care. No. Yeah. I just feel like there's this other side that they're trying to get to. They still posting Kehlani shit. All right, you guys. Lil Baby showed one of our properties. And I thought it would be cool to let you guys see how we live sometimes. So take a look.
What's up, AD? And welcome to my bachelor pad. So this is my home. I purchased this house a couple years ago and it looked nothing like this. I got my designer, Anissa, to come in and bring it to life. Gutted the whole house out completely. Everything in the house I kind of designed to my liking. Growing up, I always aspired to have like crazy houses. Of course, I'm from Atlanta and this house is in Atlanta. A lot of houses in Atlanta are not like this yet. They are building a lot of new houses. But from where I'm from, this is like a complete 0 to 100. This is like my bachelor pad, so I have company, some of the friends, some of my guys, and I also have like little parties, like, you know, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Instead of renting out a place, we just use this house for that, so cool.
People are wondering why he keeps saying my house. We don't want the media running off with different things. He's trying to, you know, repair his image and have y'all like him again and feel like he hot. And so we don't want to do like the couples thing because y'all remember what happened with Jada. So it's just too much. So I want to focus on the business. But it is our home and it's not a bachelor pad.
Living space, on the rock sofas. I got on the rock sofas at all my houses. Kind of like these sofas because they're super comfortable and they're kind of low. You can move the middle part up and down. You can lay on it a bit. I sleep a lot, so
right.
This is why I catch a lot of Z's at when I'm here. I wanted to keep the house open so if like people in the kitchen, people in the dining room, living room, shooting pool, in the pool, wherever, everybody still feel together. This is my primary wing.
Zoe said, them pants flooding. No, they're not. They're tailored.
Doors on the closet. My two sons, Loyal and Jason. This is like an overflow closet. It's the summertime right now. These are like winter clothes, pants, and whenever I run out of space in one of the other cribs or something, I just bring my overflow stuff here. I have a lot of significant pieces in here, I'm sure. This right here is actually an outfit that I wore on tour every night.
Okay, I'm fucking bored. Thanks for this episode of MTV Cribs. I don't give a shit. They said, has he been getting speech lessons? Apparently. Okay? Apparently. Because he sounded much more clear. Please shut up. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that nice house. Now, let's go ahead and go to somebody else's damn living room. Rick Ross. Rick Ross, I think that everybody should start a union. And I think that they should march in front of your motherfucking mansion. The guards getting beat up in Canada. And this nigga won't even let the people sleep. Take a look.
Motherfucker sleeping late and I just realized I got somebody under the same roof with me. It's what? 11:30? He's still asleep. That can't be tolerated. I gotta do something about it. Y'all ready? Come with me. I'm talking about more.
Bitch, stop playing with me. See, I feel like we can play a little bit, but we can't play a lot. So this is how you can keep it safe with me. Play with me while I'm awake, bitch. Don't wait till I'm asleep. Don't do nothing while I'm asleep. Leave me alone while I'm asleep. End of discussion. I'm going to leave you alone while you're asleep, and you leave me alone while I'm asleep. When I'm awake, if we playing, we getting a little playful, and we doing this and we doing that, like, give me the opportunity to see what's going on and let you know, like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. Like, for real, I ain't playing. Like, give me the opportunity. All that other shit, I don't like that. I ain't like that. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I ain't fucking with that. Hell no, to the no. Now, I've been online, of course. I had to burp, excuse me. And I've been seeing the invasion of privacy rapper trying to get attention. She been on live talking about her face and on live talking about who might have done voodoo on her, and she thinks shit coming back on. Just all kind of dumbass shit. Have y'all been on live bites? Just all kind of dumbass shit I'm seeing on my timeline, and I'm just scrolling past it like, don't give a fuck. Okay. They said she been over there talking directly to Elon too, trying to gain traction any way she can. The momentum is absolutely gone. She had a little momentum going, at least. I don't think that the pregnancy rumors like really made a huge splash, but it was something that she could have sprung off of. Does that make sense? So to not have anything to present, and then for that to kind of just fly by, and then now we're going into August where, girl, what? You know, like what's even going on? It just feels like, girl, another missed ass fucking opportunity. We still don't know nothing about an album. Like, she's supposed to be headlining a concert in October. Who knows if new music comes with that? It's already mid-August. I mean, where is a rollout? What are we doing? What are we doing? So nothing has been making sense. And she been sitting up on live, you know, with the bullshit. Child, please. Moving along. Tokyo Styles is a celebrity hairstylist. Now, you know that Tokyo has been doing Cardi's hair since basically the beginning. They've been together for years. And so Tokyo got a show on on WeTV and then on Watch Out Black. If y'all have those apps on those platforms, or have the fucking I think they're on one of those streaming services. So either if you have a streaming service, or if you have a subscription with them, or you got like one of the apps, like, you could watch it. I don't have WeTV. I don't have Watch Out Black, so I haven't seen it. But I do like shows like this. So if it was on something else, I probably would watch it. But I'm not finna download that shit to watch this. But more power to you. So the show then came out, right? And Tokyo tweeted and deleted. People I work for that I thought would support me haven't even mentioned or acknowledged that I have a show. Not even a congratulations. Okay, who the hell you talking about? Because I'm not saying Cardi the only head you touch, but I feel like you're synonymous with Cardi. And you knew that people would associate this with Cardi when you posted it. Okay, so then you end up taking it down. Who you talking to? Who were you expecting something from? So I just thought it was kind of shady, but my spirit told me that it was nothing more than PR. Y'all know that I'm psychic on motherfucking Tuesdays, and I have the gift of discernment on all days. Babe, nothing about this feels real to me. I think she threw something out trying to make people go watch the goddamn show and trying to start a thing. Okay, this was so pathetic.
Wig designer in the country.
What are we doing here today?
She's slaying Hollywood.
We're gonna work it on out. I need to be sickening, girl.
You need a new hairdo. One wig at a time.
This looks too pretty.
I love it.
be
Wigging Out with Tokyo Styles premieres Friday, August 9th after the premiere of The Braxtons on WeTV. Stream on All Black.
Okay, so after this got posted, we were supposed to have a dialogue, but nobody gave a fuck. If you did my hair a couple times, why the fuck would I be congratulating you on me? Bitch, I'm not even thinking about you like that. The only person that should have been on here talking about Go Tokyo is motherfucking Cardi. So, another failed PR stunt. I don't want to have nothing to do with that bullshit. Okay, now, do y'all remember that girl, Baby Storm, brought her ass outside, releasing all these text messages and started all of this bullshit with my Icy Poo? Forever changed the trajectory of Ice Spice's life and career. Let's talk about it. A lot of y'all think I'm dramatic. Bitch, I be seeing a bigger picture. That fucking stunt that Baby Storm pulled with them text messages and people believing it, and then her having to acknowledge it in the Rolling Stone interview, and that did irreparable fucking damage. Yeah, it did. Well, now Baby Storm is saying, child, I was smoking and pregnant. My mind was gone. Till I found out 2 days ago something was wrong with me. My bad, y'all.
Really embarrassed to make this video. I really do not want to, but it turns out a lot of you guys were right, and I actually was going through a mental episode. It's so strange because I never had this problem and I did not know where it came from or why I would just start to like have a mental problem out of nowhere. But this happened a few months ago, really early into my pregnancy, when I had just found out I was pregnant. I actually did not sleep after that for like 8 days straight. 8 days straight, I did not get 1 minute of sleep. And then after that, that was when I had posted that video about Trump and, you know, all that stuff. I suffer from a lot of deep traumas that nobody knows about. I've told you guys about some of it, but most of it nobody knows about. So, you know, when I got pregnant, that is what triggered it for me. A lot of you guys were like telling me to get help and stuff. And like, I'm really sorry because I shouldn't have ignored that. But like, the thing is, I really didn't think I have a problem. Like, I'm not even joking. I didn't even really know until like yesterday. Like, I was in such a trance that...
A trance.
I really just did not genuinely think that anything was wrong with me. Like, when people be like, oh, you know, you need to get help, like, she's crazy, it really bothered me because I'm like, what are people talking about? Like, why do people actually believe that? But it's not that I'm crazy. It's just that I had really gone through, like, an episode, and I think just so much trauma plus me getting pregnant and, you know, just so many things I was dealing with in life just caused it to just go crazy and whatever. Anyway, at this point, I'm basically just trying to do everything that I can to get it treated, especially since I have a child on the way, and that's just like not something that I want as a problem after having a child. Like, I refuse to deal with any kind of mental problem. So anyway, with that being said,
because people choose to be mentally ill. Okay. Child. She sounds fucking stupid. If she got the help that she needed and she really was going through a mental crisis, God bless you. But I don't give a fuck about this video. This video, to me, made me end up feeling like it all was an orchestrated plot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know, let's see what we can ruffle up with this. Let's see what kind of traction we can get off of this. Let's go ahead and draw a line and say, let's try to get people to identify with you. Because somebody might say, well, what the fuck would Ice put that out for? Or what would she have to gain? Well, if you have this narrative that Nicki's a bad person and you feel like you can identify with what Ice is saying and feel bad for her, then you understand her pulling away and you don't charge it to her. Whereas some other situations, people have felt like Nicki was in the right, so they withdrew their support because they felt like she had been wronged. So I think that the ultimate goal was to try to humanize her in that situation and create a scenario where people still supported her and didn't feel like they couldn't. That's why I think that those messages will come out and they could have something to do with it. And then, you know, she never said anything. All this time passes. Then she does Rolling Stone. And now here goes this fucking girl talking about, oh, I was delirious and I was having a mental problem. I found out the other day, child, I ain't even know, and I'm having a baby and all this bullshit. Yeah, okay. Literally. And the conversations were very pointed, and I just think that there was motive at the end of the day. And then people made sure that she was highlighted, that she was platformed, that she was reposted, and that people saw that shit. And I think that they wanted, I think that people wanted Nicki to have left a bad taste in others' mouths, and wanted people to look at it and be like, yeah, I don't fuck with her. Look, she is a mean girl. They said, Millie, she's not lying. I sent you the proof when it happened. She was sent to the mental hospital because she was going off on TikTok creators. A lot of different things could be true. That doesn't mean that it still wasn't orchestrated. People sit up and manipulate and, deal with, people like that all the time because they're easy targets. So that strengthens my argument. Okay. And so I think that she's the perfect candidate for self-destruction. Yeah, let's get you to put these damn messages out and take all these goddamn screenshots and shit. Because, bitch, something wrong with you. You can't tell a logical person to do some shit like that because you would feel like, no, that's wrong. Da-da-da-da-da. Not her ass. Ciao. Let's go on over here and take a look in line ass Megan. This is not a big deal, but I had to highlight it because I just need y'all to see how bitches be lying. When you are trying to sell a product, you have to be consistent or it falls flat. Megan set her ass up in around March or April in the green. Cute look in the green. I think the other one looks fun, but real tacky. I think that, back around March or April, she said that she didn't have Twitter and she did not have Instagram and that she used Pinterest and that she loves Pinterest. But Instagram is coming out with a podcast. And these bitches then got so scared of real people asking them questions that they talking to each other. That green look looks beautiful. This other look tacky. It's fun, like I said, but it looks themed. Like it's reminding me of Torculator. Like it looked like something for the damn Bright Ass City Girls video or something, or just some Miami shit. Like it's just what the hell, orange hat, like all this shit. Any motherfucking way. That's not the point. The point is she set her ass up in the green and said, "Well, I don't have Twitter and X on my phone. Them the same things. Twitter and Instagram on my phone. I just be on Pinterest." Then got on the Instagram Presents podcast and asked Glorilla why she wasn't in her close friends. So this wasn't a big deal because people try to sell things. That's what celebrities do. That's marketing. That's brand, all that shit. I get it. But Megan, you've already been branded as a liar. So shit like this doesn't help you. This is something that we could overlook for someone else and it really not be a thing. For you, it gets added to the list of fucking lies. And that's why I'm like, girl, y'all got to tighten up. So if you gonna go to Adweek and tell them you don't have X, maybe, or you don't have Instagram, maybe you shouldn't go over to Instagram and talk about a close friends or do an Instagram podcast, period. The same way that she was sitting up there dogging Spotify, but then wanted to turn around and thank Spotify when she felt like she had broke a record or done something noteworthy. You have to be consistent. How are you gonna sell something if people can't believe you? And that's the point. So it ain't even necessarily about just calling her a lying ass bitch. It's about the fact that if you're trying to market something to somebody, they need to be able to feel like there's some type of sincerity there. So without further ado, child.
Close friends.
Do they? And I'm gonna hit you with mine.
Cause bitch, why I'm not in your close friends?
Cause bitch, I'm not in yours.
Oh, that's so crazy. I let you watch me do crazy shit all day. And y'all can't know what you posted in your close friends? That's crazy. So I deleted Instagram and Twitter off my phone. I have TikTok and I have Pinterest.
You in my
So how the fuck you got a close friends? Didn't Megan say multiple times since 2023, and I know because I went and fact checked, that she doesn't use that it's now run by other people? She don't even see comments and whoop-de-whoop? A fucking liar. A fucking liar. Like, girl, in that gun green dress. Get the fuck on. All you do is lie. Yes, it's just too fucking much, and I can't take it. It's just she just say any fucking thing, and then we supposed to just believe her. And she's supposed to be able to sell products to people. They be acting so stupid. That's how you can tell she don't have nobody around her. Like, you contradict yourself all the time, and she's been doing that shit. And I'm gonna tell you something else. If more people had actually listened to the song, we would be discussing it, but they didn't. The song that she was on with Latto, she made a comment about how her body was natural. She never had gotten surgery. And hold on, because I think Party's calling. Get into it.
Do you feel like there's a difference between Glow and Gloria?
I feel like it's not a difference at all.
Me either. Like I feel like how you rap and what you rap about, that's your real life. Like, yes, you be like around just like this turn all the time.
Yes, like I literally don't, like what I rap about is literally me. Like I don't got no, oh, okay, I'm finna hang Glorilla up and go be Glow and go be a good girl. Like, no, I'm just me. Like
that's one of the things I really like about you. Like, cause it's very hard to meet a real person in the industry. And as soon as I met you, it just was just the same every time.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When we first met, I could like tell like you was like scared to like let people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell that about you. But you know, I'm a fan of you, so I know your background and stuff. So I was like, okay, I understand why she like this. She'll come around.
But y'all wasn't in each other's close friends. And you said something really important, Abanga. Abanga said that shit, the way that Glorilla described herself, that's not the flex that y'all think it is, because y'all are so one-dimensional. Where are the layers? So that's it. All that there is to you is the turn up and rapping about fucking bitches, niggas, and shit. Because that's all we see. So what's going on with that? Why is Megan sitting up here looking damn near lighter than Glorilla? Didn't she used to be caramel or some shit? And why her face look pulled so damn tight? And what the fuck did you do to your lips?
I'm a fan.
Yeah, and now we close friends.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes me very happy.
The close friends that ain't in the close friends. The full episode drops tomorrow. So, y'all make sure that y'all tune in, okay? Now, are y'all ready to talk about Big Mama? I'm going to tell y'all what I think about the album, but let's go ahead and get into some of the promo. So, Latto makes it a point to platform her sister. I don't have a problem with that at all. There was an occasion where Latto made a joke that I felt like was at her sister's expense, and I didn't fucking like that. And I stand on that. That doesn't mean that I feel like they don't love each other or anything like that. I'm somebody's mama. I have 2 daughters. I know how it is to have girls, is my point. And there are some things that we don't realize that we do to undercut people. And so when I saw that she had made the little jokes that she had made, I feel like for me, I'm looking at it like, nah, bitch, don't ever think, like, if that was my daughter, I would have got on their ass. Don't ever play with your sister like that. Do not get in front of people and say things that chip away at her. You know what I'm saying? You can joke, and if you with your cousins and all, that's fine. They wasn't with their family. They was with some bitches that they consider friends out in public. And I don't feel like she should have played on her sister top like that. Not there. There's a time and a place for everything. People try to misconstrue it and be like, you ain't never joked with your sisters and brothers. Bitch, we went head to head. We done said some wild shit. Yes, my cousins have too, but we wasn't out in front of nobody else. We didn't give anybody else the impression that they could play with one of our people like that. Because when it's all said and done, hold on now. That's all the shit is about. So I did not like that, but I love the way that she loves her sister. And I love the way that Chloe and Halle love each other. Whenever I see a set of sisters at this stage, it makes me think of my daughters. And I love girls, those sisters being close. So Latto literally takes Brooklyn every fucking where with her. And I'm not mad at it, because if it wasn't Brooklyn, who would it be? Okay. So she brought a sister and they were answering some questions for a complex. Now, Latto is rumored to be dating 21 Savage, and Brooklyn is rumored to be dating Drake. We'll get into what they said was a red flag as it pertains to niggas.
Red flag in a partner. Jealousy is a big one for me. Like, it's overly jealous. Because it's like, I can't
ain't gonna lie,
control
me and my
him.
man very jealous. We very controlling.
Okay.
You know but to each his own. To each his own.
To each his own, for real. But my personality type cannot handle it.
Me, I'm gonna say sassiness. I can't do no sassy, man.
What do you consider sassy?
Like arguing back with me.
Oh, that's yeah. A man
then,
that's like very
you know what,
argumentative.
for real, and we be getting on somebody about this. Yeah. Like arguing with me in public, like just let me have it. Oh, that's a
great one. Cause
like,
I've had somebody do that to me before.
If I say something that you're not really a fan of, like you can talk to me about that later. Like don't.
Yeah, I think it's a respect thing. Like you should always like show your respect.
Cause it's so big. Like
yeah,
is you my man or my bitch?
You want to know something? Y'all know shit like this pisses me the fuck off. I do not like women that want to make niggas feminine for having human emotions that God gave to everybody. I don't like that shit. I don't like this idea that a woman could behave however the fuck she wants to. However she wants to. A woman can get upset. A woman can confront a man in public. A woman can fuss about it, whatever. Do whatever she wants to do. But y'all don't like us dating Drake and 21 allegedly, but y'all don't like sassy niggas. And what's sassy? A man arguing back with you, being argumentative. So you can spark a dialogue with me and you can get snappy and you can be argumentative. But if I respond to you and match your energy and this gets into that type of territory, I am now a sassy ass nigga, less of a man. They asked at the end, are you my man or are you my bitch? So that's emasculation. A man is a man is a man, regardless of what he does, right? How do you get to take that away from him and tell him that he's less of a man because he wanted to challenge you? Okay. And then don't say anything to me in public. I don't think that y'all need to be getting into knockout, drag out fights in public. There, once again, there's a time and a place for everything. So maybe you can wait till later to address something, but that's not going to be every situation. Mama, you may do something and I might have to check your ass right there. A nigga may have to say, hold on, what's this? A nigga might have to pull you to the side. You might have to get checked right here, bitch. Yeah. The fuck is you talking about? Cause one thing I know, bitch, I'm not finna be sitting up nowhere and it's something on my chest and I'm just sitting up mad and I'm supposed to wait till we get home. Excuse me? But once again, you gotta weigh the shit out. Do you need to be fussing? Let's say you go to a banquet or the Christmas party and you see your man go speak to somebody and you looking at it sideways. Do you need to walk your ass up there? Who is this bitch? And no. Do you want him to lose his motherfucking job? It ain't even all of that. Are you insecure? What the fuck is your problem, bitch? Don't get cussed out and don't get slapped. Maybe you doing too much. But let's say that your guy's friend disrespected you. And you wanted to go over, you want to say something and you wanted that to be challenged. Or let's say you disrespected his friend. Let's do it like that. Because we got to make him say something to you. You disrespected his friend and he really ain't like it. And he said, hey, I don't like that you did that. Don't say that. That's fucked up. Bitch, oh well, you shouldn't have said it. Some shit got to get checked right there. Some shit got to get checked right there. So like I said, that doesn't mean that you have to act a fool and try to embarrass or humiliate your partner. You can literally pull your partner to the side and say, nah, I want to talk to you right quick. Or maybe it'll be a situation where you have to assert yourself and say, listen, I don't give a fuck who you are. That's not okay. Sometimes you do have to stand up for shit. And I don't think that a man should be called feminine or sassy because he asserts himself and he stands up for himself. Now, let's get into what the meaning of sassy is, because somebody said, you gonna tell me you don't think Drake and 21 sassy? Being sassy, it's an adjective that means lively, bold, and full of spirit. That doesn't have, a certain gender on it. So y'all trying to make sassy a bitch attribute, and that's a human attribute, nigga. Full of spirit and bold and sassy and live. So guess what? 21 Savage like to get up and play and sing his songs. Yeah, he's sassy. Drake like to play into his femininity sometimes. Yeah, I guess he said he's a funny guy and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're sassy. Does that make them less of a fucking man? What y'all are trying to do is equate the behavior with homosexuality, like y'all like to do, because y'all are so fucking homophobic. Exactly. That's what you're doing. So call a thing, and then we'll go from there. But is he sassy? Bitch, get the fuck out of my goddamn face with that bullshit. You can argue with a nigga and a nigga could argue with you. You can raise an issue and that nigga could raise an issue. You can get out of order and some shit could get checked, and he could get out of order and some shit could get checked. And that's just the way that life fucking goes, bitch. Oh well, ho. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. Somebody said the fingernail polish and shit, that's sassy. We live in the Western world. Our minds are warped. My mind is too. I don't want to be with a nigga that's painting his nails like I go get my nails painted. Manicure with a clear coat, do your thing. But would I love it? You know what I'm saying? If a nigga went and got that? No. But all in all, when I think about it logically, because I still got my own shit that I got to work through because I'm of the Western world as well. Babe, nail polish is motherfucking nail polish, actually. I mean, that anybody could put on their fucking nails. Nail polish is made for nails. So if you just break it down and just make it a black and white thing, that's what the fuck it is. The same way that in history, high heels were made for men in the first place, not women. But now we wear them and we don't want the niggas to wear them. Listen, do what the fuck makes you comfortable, because I got to go to God and talk about what I did. Okay, and that's just that. Somebody said Drake don't seem like he like to argue in public. Child, why you gotta fight with me at Cheesecake? You know I like to go there. I can't take you nowhere. This is a place for families that drive Camrys and go to Disney. They don't need to know all of our business. You wild and you super childish. Bitch, listen. He don't like that. And that's what's going on. So, people... Okay, listen, don't make me start rapping, okay? They said Drake is a Scorpio man. He giving you the silent treatment all the way to the house. Sometimes when I'm in the thick of being an absolute bitch and I recognize it, I ask myself, why are you this way? Why are you this way? Why? And I just like sit in it like, nah, go harder. And nothing in me can make me like I can be so fucking stubborn. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Okay, when I say fuck you, that's exactly what I mean. Oh, y'all know that my friend had a baby, right? Y'all know Charisma had a baby. She is about to be 1. Time passes so quickly. She just sent me the invitation. So for her first birthday, I was gonna get it for her for Christmas, but she was too little. So for her first birthday, they have a fucking pink Porsche at Walmart. I'm finna get that fucking car and make them make room in the garage and make them charge that shit up so my niece can go ride in that shit. Yeah, charge up. And bitch, I don't know how much they cost right now. I didn't get it for Christmas because she was too little. But during Christmas time, them hoes was like 100 something. I was like, damn, that's cheap. But I was like, I'm not finna get that baby this big ass fucking car, and she can't even sit up right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was probably still like low in terms of pricing. And at the time they had the little Porsche, they had the Jeep, and da. And I'm one of them ghetto kids. It was a big thing in the hood to have one of them little cars. So I just feel like it's a rite of passage. I had a Jeep when I was little. My kids had a little car. Like, who the fuck don't get a motherfucking car? Like, when you were a kid. Like, the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, the little pink Jeep. My mama had got me that. When we got with my granny, she had that Flintstone car. But we loved that car too, right? Nobody can shit on that. That car was so motherfucking fun. That one door that opened on the left side, you got to use your feet, bitch, with that little red and yellow bit. Don't you play. Don't you play. So, everybody had that. But you know, you would typically at some point in your life get that little car. And I just feel like it's a little rite of passage. Like you gotta get you one of them little cars. So I still love Jeeps to this day. Facts. That was my first car. I wish that I was allowed outside and that I had learned how to skate and shit like that. Because it looks so fucking fun. Me and my La Cienega Boulevard ass feet, bitch, we be stumping with the big dogs all on that motherfucking wood. Okay, I be holding on. I'm one of them people that be like trying to trick myself into acting like I'm actually doing it. So I be right by the wall, and then I take my hand off the wall and like go a little bit. Like I know how to do it enough, but no, not really. So just like swimming, not really. So like I'll take my hand off the wall. You know how you do a couple of steps and then you glide a little bit, and you just keep on doing it. That's what I be doing, bitch. So I go a little bit, touch the wall, go a little bit, gone. Then I'm ready to go get me a slushie and some funnel cake sticks. Get into it. I know that's right. Now we 2 hours in. I'm gonna need you to go get my goddamn money. I'm gonna throw Barney on you, and then we're gonna come back and continue talking about Latto's album, Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
I love you.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt y'all, bitch. Back to it.
I love you. You love me. Bitch, where is my money? Better have my shit by the end of the week, or your ass is gonna get beat. Goodbye now.
Oh, are you outdoorsy? That's really dope. Shout out to everybody being active. Can we get into this bullshit Latto said about Lil' Kim? Child, they asked her who the GOAT was, and her answer was Lil' Kim.
Big Mama.
You. I'm not even gonna lie, I really have to say you. Like,
no, I'm
not even being biased. Because like I was like,
gonna give a real answer.
I listen to you the most. Like you be on my top.
I mean, I am the GOAT though. I'm my GOAT, and that's all that matters. But like the GOAT is Lil' Kim for sure. Like fashion icon, timeless music, timeless looks, like gonna forever be like a staple in not only rap but like female rap. And she the GOAT for real because she is a queen for real. Like off camera, she a queen. Like I love that bitch. Wait. I love her. And she Big Mama too. Like it's just a Big Mama thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna play a throwback clip. I'm gonna play 2 throwback clips and tell me how you feel about it. I'll give my opinion on this in a second.
So Nicki is the queen, and any girl from this generation going forward who don't list Nicki is giving hater.
Okay, but let's listen to this.
Just throughout your career. So I know you had some inspirations throughout your career. You had some people that you listened to.
For sure.
Females to be exact. What are your top 3 females of all time in hip hop?
My top three female rappers of all time, dead or alive.
Yeah, dead or alive.
Okay. Kim, gotta say Kim. Wait, my favorite or like the best?
The best. I'm gonna say the best. I'm gonna say the best.
Okay. Whew, I'm gonna say Kim. Gotta say Kim. I'm gonna say Left Eye. Rest in peace, Left Eye. And Shawty.
Okay.
So, okay. I had given Latto a lot of props for saying Shawty. Even though I had to say, bitch, quit playing. I gave her props because, to me, a real bitch gonna tell the story straight, no matter which way you spin it, because the truth is just the truth. That's it. It was something that we laughed at because you got so much tension built up, like so much pressure. Ain't no hoe got me so hurt. I can't say that whole name. If I'm a reference to bitch, that's who I'm talking about. Unless I'm trying to drown that hoe out because they ain't shit and you don't deserve to have me speak on you. But Nicki would never be Monique Latto. So that's not the case. So I personally just feel like, you know, the shouted shit, it was cool that you acknowledged her, but it was lame that you tried to play with her even in that way. So there was that. I wanted to show those different clips because I wanted everybody to see that, okay, she has said that Nicki is the greatest before. She has listed Lil' Kim, but then she also said Nicki outright. Go back to this one. Nicki is the greatest. And if you can't say that, then you just a hater. So when I think about the fact that it is unrealistic to think that if people ain't getting along, they just gonna shower them with praises. I would like for people to keep it real, but I could see how a bitch wouldn't be willing to just say somebody's name, you know, because bitch, I don't fuck with you like that. But because you said her name before, I feel like it was disingenuous to not go ahead and give her that credit. When it comes to Lil' Kim is a queen. Lil' Kim is a rap icon, a female rap icon, and that is great. No one can take that away from her. I do think that she has timeless looks. I do think that she has timeless fashion. I do think that her stage presence is and has been amazing, even if she's doing the same move. The crowd goes crazy every motherfucking time. I don't like the situation with Nicki, and I don't think that Lil' Kim lived up to her fullest potential. But still a queen nonetheless. Still somebody that you can never erase from the female rap conversation. That's a fact. But when it comes to Latto, for me, you full of shit. And I'm going to say that this whole thing was fake. And even though she don't get along with Nicki, she still was supposed to say Nicki name, in my opinion, simply because of the way you adored Nicki. They asked you who your GOAT was. And guess who it was and who it should have been. It should have been that woman whose tweet you went and printed out and blew up and framed. The one you was crying about. The one you was begging for. The one whose name that you kept on mentioning. The one who had you dressing a certain way, doing your hair a certain way, had you buying mock jewelry. That is your inspiration. You say you look up to her, when really you look up to me. And that's the truth of the matter. A real bitch gonna tell it straight. Lil' Kim is not your GOAT. She's somebody in the industry that you feel like you like, and she's had impact, and that's fine. But if Lil' Kim was all of what you're trying to make it out to be today, then baby, that would have been your answer all of these different years, and it hasn't been. Nicki was the one that you looked up to. So to not say it now is some fake shit. And no relationship should change what history is. That stands. You cannot rework that shit because you don't like a bitch no more. You always got to give credit and give the flowers because that's the way that the fucking story goes. And Nicki Minaj's influence is a huge part of Latto's fucking story. That's it. So yes, I do think that she should have told the truth and just went ahead and said Nicki and just let it be what the fuck it is, because that's just that. That's how I feel. Ciao. And I feel like this doesn't 100% apply to Latto, but the girls do throw up Lil' Kim as like a consolation after there's some type of falling out with Nicki. Once them and Nicki ain't in good graces, or it seems like she don't fuck with, now everybody want to praise Lil' Kim in a way that they didn't when it was Nicki. And I think that that's a disservice to Lil' Kim, and I don't think that she deserves that. If you like Lil' Kim and you fuck with her, don't do it out of spite. Don't do it because you feel like that's Nicki's biggest ultimate op and that's y'all trump card. Do it because you fuck with her and what the fuck she's done. So if I was Lil' Kim, I wouldn't even be going for the bullshit. And somebody tweeted today and they said, child, she loved Lil' Kim so much, but Lil' Kim is in Latto's comments asking her to open a motherfucking DM. Child, go figure. Fake. And see, this is what the fuck I be talking about. This is what the fuck I be talking about. These bitches ain't close, so they just be acting like they love each other, like she said at the end. I love that bitch. Okay. Girl, get the fuck on. Right. I do recall Nicki recently, doing an interview and saying that Vogue should have put Kim on the cover for her impact on fashion. You want to know why? Because she has had a huge impact on fashion in this rap scene. She gave her flowers, and that's just that. Because that's just the truth. And that's what a real bitch gonna do. That is the only point I'm making. And I really do find it hard to believe that these girls that are in young Latto's age bracket, that they really was growing up listening to fucking Kim. Do I think that they've heard the classics and they know who Lil' Kim is? And yeah. Do I think that they can now conceptualize her impact? Yeah. But this idea that y'all was growing up really listening to Kim and enthralled with her career and what she's been doing, babe, that's crazy. And when it's time to talk about who the best is the one who created the standard. Lil' Kim did not live up to her fullest potential. Nicki Minaj is the one. You do not have to like her, but you will fucking respect the facts, bitch. And I will keep on repeating it every time I need to. Michael Jackson is the king of pop, regardless of anything else, because you're not fucking with him. What he was able to do, the success, the fan, every fucking thing, his impact to this world by way of his art cannot be undone. When it comes to Lil' Kim, she was great and was impactful and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I feel like some of y'all get upset about what Nicki was able to do with that impact and with that influence. And shout out to Foxy Brown, because that's where you get the actual influence. But, you know, we got Lil' Kim in certain aspects that we can compare some things to. But my whole thing is, y'all try to put them into the same boat. And it's like you have to put Nicki above Kim. You do. You do. Because at the end of the day, when we talk about impact, Nicki Minaj's impact supersedes Lil' Kim's impact. In my opinion. She was great for when she was great. If we compare how long Lil' Kim was hot, and then we compare how long Nicki has been hot, that's not up for comparison. Lil' Kim had a run, and she left her mark, and that's indelible, and that's great. I'm not trying to shortchange her at all. But babe, they're not fucking with what Nicki has done. And to overlook that and to not speak to that, regardless of how you may feel about the person, that's sick to me. Because the truth just remains. No one has been able to do what Nicki has been able to do in the business. And to make people take female rappers seriously. And to see that y'all are even worth investing in. If she can do it, maybe you guys can too. And then y'all sit up and turn around and say, Cardi opened the doors for all of this shit. Cardi opened the doors for y'all to get an opportunity in terms of y'all not having to have a certain amount of talent. But it was Nicki Minaj that opened the eyes of all of these different people in the music industry for women. To make them feel like it was possible for you to make some money and for you to be marketable. That was fucking Nicki. That was Nicki. And y'all love to try to skip over every fucking thing. Everything. And then y'all like to change once y'all get an attitude who it is that helped to, influence you. So now, with Latto getting the most praise that she's ever gotten for an album, she goes and highlights Lil' Kim. Sure. Okay, girl. Okay. So, I just feel like Nicki Minaj is the reason why a lot of those girls even thought about fucking rapping. Cardi B included. It was Nicki that was on the... Y'all always talk about how Nicki was the only one out there. So who the fuck was they listening to? Exactly. They asses was listening to Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj being who she was, and then her doing the motherfucking features with them niggas, and standing toe-to-toe with them niggas, and getting people like Eminem and Kanye and shit on her first album. All of this iconic shit that she was doing, that gave you bitches hope. And it made you bitches feel like, bitch, you could do that too. Look at that bad bitch. And look at how all you hoes was in y'all motherfucking cars rapping Nicki, bitch. Quit lying. Y'all didn't even have nobody to listen to. Shut the fuck up. Now, y'all want to get y'all ass up here hollering by fucking, oh, look. Okay. You need to stop. Like, the shit is just sick as hell, the way that they lie. They lie. Now, let's go ahead and get into Latto, the loudest one in the goddamn room down there at Spotify.
We the ones bring the versatility.
Different kind of
Hey y'all, it's Latto.
It's your girl Flo Millie.
This your favorite hood hottest princess, Sexy Red. We about to chop it up about women in hip hop right now.
I see something unique about every female artist. Like y'all drive me in different ways.
It's a like hate train, fake hate train with female rap right now. We humans too.
People don't think we are though. Like, oh, you rich. Yeah. That don't mean we don't have real life problems like y'all.
Later, y'all gonna look back like, damn, this was like a golden era for female hip hop.
Why is it a golden era? All this forgettable ass, run-of-the-mill ass bullshit that y'all been doing and that y'all been putting out. What in the flying fuck is she talking in a fake hate train? Bitch, no, we really don't like it. Is she okay? Is this bitch okay? A motherfucking hate train. What is wrong with these bitches? A golden era. Child, let's go ahead and get into the numbers. Because I saw Latto being compared to Jay-Z. I saw Latto being compared to Drake. She was all down there with Ebro. Child, all on the playlist. Bitch, all in the videos. All down there. Bitch, I saw the calling her Diddy. Tweets with 150,000 views on it and shit. Like, just hit tweets. What did that translate to? 27,000 units. Look. So there's a new meaning to the 27 Club. So Ice Spice did about 27. Bitch, Latto did about 27. Bitch, JT did about 27. She did about 20, huh? Okay, 20-ish. Okay, no, she did about 27, didn't she? JT did 27. Everybody doing 27. So Latto, we gotta revisit something, mama. Let's go ahead and put it out there. The magic number is 27. JT got by 27. Ice Spice got by 27. Latto got by 27. We got women that's been around for 15 years. We got women that was in the group. We got a woman who got Rolling Stone and like commercial like marketing and shit like that. And everybody getting by 27. So this is when we gotta go revisit this right here, baby. Talk to me. Here go the numbers just so you can see it. 26,800, 1,900 in actual sales. 1,900 in actual. I said 1,900 in actual sales. It's more people listening to the sound of my voice right now. I done sold more t-shirts than that at one time. They said it's less than 27. For some people, I rounded down. Some people, I rounded up. I said about 27 for all of the ladies. So Ice had like 28. Like I said, JT had like 27. You see she has 26.8. So everybody got about 27. Okay? Now, let's go and revisit this now that we know that to be a fact.
Nikki and everybody else now is... We all... You know what I'm saying? Huh? Nikki and everybody else now is... We all... You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. And I told you then that you didn't know what you were saying. And prior to that, Nicki Minaj told you that you didn't know what you were saying. So at the end of the day, I hope that now you can see who you're actually on a level with. Like we told you, hoes, y'all are not on Nicki Minaj's level. Nicki Minaj sold over 300,000 copies. They stole them from her and she still had 228,000 copies. And bitch, y'all ain't got no bottles on the motherfucking wall. This is your math lesson for the day. No. Okay, the bitches said that they were flourishing. The people that are on your level and the person that's leading the pack for you guys currently is Megan Thee Stallion. You and the rest of your peers are Megan, Cardi, you're in this boat. Fucking JT, Ice Spice, all of y'all are peers. So don't do this again. Don't get on anybody's fucking camera and pretend that you're on the same fucking level with Onika Tanya. That's a lie. Check the numbers, bitch. Okay? Literally go and check the number. Don't you ever in your fucking life. And that's just that. And we need to need not have that conversation again. Literally. Now, somebody has remixed, put it on the floor. They said, rip me out the plastic. I can't crack the top two. What is going on? This shit don't make no motherfucking sense. So this is what I want to say, bitch. Let's talk about the album. Milagro, what did you think about Latto's album? I tweeted and I said, I hope y'all ready for my opinion. Bitch, I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. But we gotta have a talk. Yeah, I listened to Latto's entire album front to back. Per her request, I listened to it in order, and I played it in the car too, because I think that you need to listen to music like openly, headphones, and the car. But let me tell you why I liked it. I know exactly why I liked it. You know that I am a huge Drake fan, right? Outside of our like romantic relationship, you know that I'm a huge fan of him, right? Part of me being a huge fan of his is his music. I've been, like I've told you before, I've been aware of Aubrey since he was a child and since I was a child. Okay. Aubrey and just him as a celebrity and as a person that makes music has been a part of my life forever, literally. So I know when I hear him. I know when I hear his influences, and I know when I feel like you got, or a person I feel like got some help. So with that being said, Latto does have a skill. So I'm not going to attribute everything to somebody else doing it for her. But you either sat with him and he guided you in a particular way, or he gave you some shit that he wasn't going to, or something like that. And I listened to 21 Savage as well. Latto, to me, and when you have a situation where it's rumored that she's dating 21 and Drake's supposed to be best friends, that adds depth to it. So for me, to be very honest with you, I think that Latto's latest works has been a mixture of her, 21 Savage, and Drake. That's what I think has been happening. I absolutely think that she's being directed. Now, somebody claimed that Drake was starting a fucking record label. What the fuck is OVO? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. But could this, if he is, could this be or another one? What the fuck? Could this be a little test run? Do people like it? What do we do? Can we get a bitch to rap like this and da 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 da? Like, if Drake would help a female, she could be massive. And if you listen to the actual album and the way that the songs went, like the actual composition of the records, they are structured like a Drake song. I could tell by the way she was rapping and certain shit that she was saying. Like, I literally could hear Drake. Like, I feel like I could literally picture Drake writing the shit down. Like, the way he raps, the way he, all of that. There were a couple of songs that I stopped and I looked to my right and I said, man, that's not a Drake song. That's not Drake's song. And the comparisons were heard, there as well. Now, me believing that she could have had help, that doesn't mean that she did. So I'm going to have to give Latto credit, okay? Because at the end of the day, it is possible that she went in and she wrote the shit down. And maybe she studied and she was heavily influenced and she was able to create this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna knock her for liking it and try to attribute it, to somebody else to knock her. I'm just telling you my real thoughts and opinions. I do think that you were helped. But I ain't mad at it. Do your thing. Now, they said she had 130 reference leaks. The album, for me, made me understand the type of feedback that was being given. I do not compare her lyrically to a Drake or to no fucking Jay-Z. But I understood putting Drake and her in the same sentence. Ebro heard it too. You can hear it. If you're a Drake fan, you heard that Drake influence. So I understood the comparison, but you're not rapping on Drake's level, in my opinion. Now, I think that Latto, outside of these numbers and accolades, with this album, cemented herself above Megan. Absolutely. I have watched Latto since she was a little girl on that show. I think that Latto, her problem is resonating with her and it feeling like a truth. Not that the girl can't rap. It's about feeling like you can believe her and buying into the persona. I think that's the disconnect for people. And I don't think she's likable. And I don't think she realizes that. But when it comes to her, being somebody that, can rap, she does possess that skill. I do think that Latto can rap. I think that the difficulty is always making a good song that people want to hear. I think Latto, with this identity crisis that she goes through, her vulgarness doesn't translate well either. I think by the time you finally made a good song, it was so fucking vulgar that nobody could really do anything with it. And I think that you stunted the growth of it. Big Energy. I think you stunted the growth of that song. That was a pop classic. And your ass wanted to just put dick and pussy all on it and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And you ruined it. I think that could have been a bigger moment for you. But you just had to make it nasty. So I think you need to, I hope you learned that goddamn lesson. Somebody said, I disagree. They both fake flops, but at least Megan has her own identity and sounds like herself. Let me explain myself. Megan just put out an album, correct? And Latto just put out an album. Everything that you would have expected from Megan is what Latto gave. And that is why I'm going to now put her in Megan's position. Latto had a better album than Megan's album. Yes. Maybe the numbers weren't there because Megan did 64 and she did 27. But for me, in terms of what I listened to, I liked Latto's album and I did not like Megan's. The two best female projects that I've heard this year, commercial-wise, bitch, came from JT and motherfucking Latto. Yes. I think that, and I appreciate it from beginning to end, how we got different sides of Latto. Even if you have to put people in a certain box, I don't think that she's ever going to be a Rhapsody. So if I accept Latto for who she is and her demographic and who she's trying to talk to, I think that album was full of the right songs. I do. I think it was put together better. I think that the production was really good. I think that, bitch, go through and listen. There was some moments where I had to look up and I said, bitch, Latto, there was some motherfucking bars in there, bitch. There were. Let's talk facts. You had the record, you come into it with the Georgia Peach and that performance where she pulled up the little girls that looked like her and her sister, where she kind of got into some things. I felt like she did the relationship talk. She was cocky on some records. She got vulnerable at different points. I think she did a really good job. For me, it always boils down to not being able to believe it because I don't feel like you're giving yourself. It's how you want to come off. You want to come out. You want to look away. But then you want people to receive you as like a hard body bitch. Like I want to be like, roof, roof. And just date it, bitch. Just be a pretty bitch and have your light voice and do your thing. For me, it just had all the vibes. Honestly, I'm Southern. So I feel like the beat selections and the subject matter, like I said, per the lane that she's in, I just think she nailed it. I think it was a really fun album. And it was something light that you could just play front to back. And I thought it was really cute. I think that Latto did a really good job, to be honest with you. Somebody said, I can't give Latto no props when it's not her. Well, guess what? She still had to go in the studio and record it. And by the time she got done and I listened to it, I liked it. So I still do have to give her credit. I acknowledge that I felt like, hey, I think it is influence here or there. But at the end of the day, I'm not finna sit up here and pretend like I don't like it. I do. And I liked it from front to back. And she still had to go out and do it and perform it and da-da-da-da-da. Somebody said, Millie, please. Millie, please my ass. Bitch, I'm not finna pretend not to like a bitch. I don't give a fuck. It was a cute album, bitch. Literally. It was cute. And I feel like she had some cute songs. I feel like she had some shit that the bitches would want to repeat. It wasn't nothing groundbreaking. It wasn't Good Kid, Mad City. It wasn't for your eyes only. But it was never going to be that. It's some shit you can play in a club. It's some shit that you could play in a car. And it's some shit that you could have some sing-songy shit too. And I think she's feeling in a space that's been absent. You know, I think that's why people love Big Mama so much, which is Drake coded. She got another record on there that I think people gonna fucking love, that I know that, like upon me first hearing it. And I didn't think I would like it because she kind of singing on it a lot. But I just feel like she, I feel like she took her time. And I feel like the track list and what she decided to put on the album, I feel like if it flipped. Y'all talking about she flipped and then flopped. I'm reading y'all comments. I feel like she did a good job and I actually liked it. So for me, Sugar Honey Iced Tea was a solid body of work for Latto. I think it's Latto's best body of work in its entirety. And I personally think that she did a really good job. I liked it, bitch. Yeah, it is Copper Cove. You fucking bitch. Somebody said it gotta be Copper Cove because that's Millie coded. Bitch, and it is. Get into it. Get into it, baby. Copper Cove, bitch. Bitch, you knew I was gonna like that shit. Okay. So, listen, y'all. Some of y'all ain't never gonna fuck with Latto because she crossed the queen. And I get it. Do your thing. But for me, I can come up here and tell y'all what I don't like, and I can move on and say, yeah, I do like this and da-da-da-da-da. I ain't kissing no bitch ass, but bitch, I ain't pump faking, and I ain't no sheep ass bitch. Yeah, I liked it, and I don't give a fuck, bitch. Sure did. And I think that there are going to be some people industry-wise who listen to it that are going to feel like they can take her more seriously now. I think she put out a good body of work. I really do. Now, somebody asked me who had the better album or mixtape, Latto or JT. Let me tell you this. I feel like Latto shit felt like a mixtape and JT shit felt like an album. Whose did I like better? I like both of them. Honestly. They neck and neck to me because they bring in the same type of vibe. They both had, the different sounds that to me spoke to the area that they were from. And they had their different types of tracks. You had your lovey-dovey, da-da-da. No, this was a studio album from Latto. This is Latto's third studio album that she just released. Yeah. And then when we have conversations about a bitch flopping, when we put a bitch on her level, I feel like, well, you got to change the way you regard it. She did all right. I feel like the thing about Latto is you done been in this industry how motherfucking long and you still ain't had your big break to me. So people feel like it's a flop because she been around so long. But per her numbers and who she, like her peers and shit, look at all their numbers about the same. That's their standard at this point. So are they flopping or are they doing as good as they was going to do? They flop in comparison to Nicki. Now that we can fully cement the fact that you're not fucking with her, let's put her in her category. What do y'all think? Y'all feel like they flopping or you feel like that's what they deserve? I feel like they getting what they was going to get. Honestly. Megan flopped because you have 3 Grammys and because you have a feature with this person now, you have #1 records. That's why 64,000 is a flop for you. But and I feel like Ice Spice has a certain type of notoriety and they've put her in certain positions. So when you have that type of package, yeah, for you, your numbers were a flop to me. Latto and fucking JT and where they are in their careers and shit like that, I feel like y'all got what y'all was gonna get. I was pleasantly surprised at JT's numbers. Latto's numbers, I was surprised just because y'all hyped. I wasn't surprised, but I had hope that maybe you hoes would stop pump faking on the internet and actually go stream the shit. Y'all asses was all online, pumping her up and telling her all this shit to not go and buy the 1,900. If Latto throw a party right now, it's going to be more than 1,900 people at the motherfucking club. But y'all couldn't get up and go buy that motherfucking album. And that's an interesting idea. They said, don't move the goalpost, Millie. They fucking flop. All right, baby. So somebody said, and I see it coming right now too, but they said the problem is all of these girls got the same fans. And they're the same group of people that don't fit in anywhere else that Nicki people don't fuck with. And they said that's why they getting all the same damn numbers. That all of the stragglers and everybody else that just, listens to the girls and whatever, that's the 27,000. They said that's why Latto, JT, and Ice Spice all got 27,000. Right. And I'm inclined to believe it because the numbers are so similar. They are neck and neck. I do think that y'all sharing a lot of the same fans. So, these girls are going to have to pick it up. Hair, makeup, traveling, nails, that shit is expensive. Business wise, let's go back to the numbers. What would make the businessman or businessmen invest in these bitches? From Cardi on down. Everybody but Nicki. Why should anybody invest in y'all? Does anybody have an answer? I don't. All of these women then came through and reminded us why it was only Nicki. Because y'all don't be making no fucking noise. Y'all don't do enough. Yeah, y'all around, cool, but so was Raw Digger. Where's she at now, bitch? So was I. Who else was I back in the gap? Shauna, bitch. So was whoever else, bitch. So was Eve. So was this person. So was that. So, and where the fuck they at now? So guess what? And I can't even say Eve because she a superstar. Y'all, who some of these women that was around that ain't around right now? Y'all are equivalent to them. We see you now. That's cool. But y'all ain't nobody finna invest in y'all. Megan already in the studio again. All these hoes hollering independent. Where the fuck is Cardi's album? What the fuck is going on? So in that regard, I feel like that's what's gonna happen with these girls. Yeah, we saw a lot of girls come through, but in a little while, it's gonna be back to a male-dominated field. Nicki Minaj and maybe one or two other girls. Shout out to Doja Cat. Doja Cat gonna be here. And a couple of other girls. But all these 50-11 rap bitches, hell no. No. Look at the numbers. Look at what's going on. Ain't nobody investing in that. And they already told y'all that Atlantic and shit going bankrupt. They're not making no money. And these niggas ain't even selling out like that. The only people selling out is fucking Chris Brown and Nicki. And then look at Nicki. 1 minute ago. Good morning, losers and barbs. You will not convince me that my girl do not listen to this show. Live. Live. Girl. How the timing be perfect every time. That's crazy. You guys, did you send me my money? It's been 2.5 hours. The numbers have only gone up. You know what I noticed about Twitter? Shout out to the thousands of people watching on Twitter. It's over 5K on Twitter. Twitter likes nighttime streams. YouTube likes daytime streams. Who do I like more? So, shout out to y'all. But our numbers have not... Let me see how many on station here. More people than before they were talking shit. Wow. So, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we got about 8,000 people watching. So, that's dope as the fuck. Okay? That says Station Head wins again. I want to get into one more thing before we leave for the day. Shout out to the daytime show. Shout out to all my people at work. The last thing that I want to talk about is Kirk Franklin and a statement that he made about marriage. He said that he believes that marriage has been weaponized in Western Christianity. And I agree wholeheartedly. We talk about this all the time. Bitch, you ain't better than nobody because you got a husband. Nigga, you ain't better than nobody because you got a wife. Don't nobody give a fuck about your ring. Don't nobody give a fuck. Bitch, you need to care about your vows. Everybody don't want to live their life like that. Marriage is not everyone's goal. Marriage is a beautiful thing, but that is not everyone's goal. So we should not use it as a measurement of someone's worth. And for as long as I've been alive, bitch, people are asking, when are you having a baby? Oh, you ain't got no man? Oh, well, they wasn't asking me that because, child, I ain't had no problems with that. But they be asking y'all. Okay. Didn't mean a thing to you. So, baby, they out here asking y'all, bitch. Oh, where your baby at? Why you ain't had no kid? Where your man at? Oh, what happened to him? What happened to her? Asking all of this shit. When you gonna get married? And back the fuck up. Back up. That girl don't have to be married. Her value is not tied into a man or a child. You know, I think that one of the worst things we were ever taught was that we were put here just to like procreate. I don't think that's it. God could have made a baby making factor if that's what he wanted. That's how he gave us minds. He gave us ambitions. He gave us skills, talents, all of that shit. So there is something that we're supposed to do in this world. So sitting up and reducing a woman to her fucking reproductive organs is trash to me. And feeling like marriage is the end all be all and whoop. Whatever you want to do in this world, you can do. And you don't have to be limited or bound. And I don't think that marriage is a limiting thing. But at the end of the day, that's not everybody's goal. And stop trying to force that on everybody and then think that somebody better than somebody else because they went and got married. Like, come on now.
I believe that marriage has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Giving has been weaponized in Western Christianity. Sexuality has been weaponized. For example, any woman listening to this can attest in our culture. Don't be no 30, 35-year-old single black woman and go to the family reunion. All the older
I just said that.
Gonna do them, they're going to look at you and wonder, why you not married?
Where your man at?
And then the question becomes, well, then what's wrong with you? Okay.
Where your kids at? Like it's a prerequisite for identity and value. That
Right.
if you don't have a man, if you don't have kids, that something about you is broken.
Yes.
Do you understand
There's something
how
wrong with that.
dysfunctional these messages are? Yeah. And how we super spiritualize these messages. Paul said, but marriage is a necessary distraction. I have many friends that were in ministry at church, and the churches told them, if you're gonna be in ministry, you can't be single. We're not gonna let you work with the youth.
My church was like that. My church, I'm not saying they told anybody you can't be a pastor if you're not single, but in black churches and in my church, baby, they wasn't putting no man up there 9 times out of 10 if he didn't have no wife and he didn't have a family structure. It made the congregation feel more safe. That man could not take care of none of them kids and go upside his wife's head. But if he have a wife that can sit in that front pew and be the first lady and have some kids, it's supposed to give this idea that you can manage a household. You can give people orders. You can enforce things. You can have something. And yeah, that's a thing too. And I don't agree with it. And the Bible says everybody wasn't even intended to get married. God didn't create everybody to be married.
If you're single, you can't do this if you're single. And so what people do, they quickly get married thinking that they're fulfilling God's will for their lives, but they are fulfilling man's dogma. You can be single and be used by God. You can be single and have purpose. Being married is not a prerequisite for God's hand on your life. It is not. But we've weaponized it. And then crucify people when McCamry.
Right there.
And then crucify people when those same marriages don't.
Damn!
Child. They said Kirk Franklin is so extra. He's from the black church. What? Now, you guys, we got an update. YG said that he wasn't calling Saweetie no lying ass cheater. He said he was at the zoo with his kids. Okay. So, I'm being told by sources that Saweetie went upside his motherfucking head. Child, Saweetie then went over there and whooped his motherfucking ass. That nigga say he was at the zoo. I know that's right, baby. You better tell them people you was at the zoo after I beat the fuck out of you. Stop playing with me, bitch. Stop. Little black girl, you are beautiful. Little black boy, you are enough. This shit gonna get hard, but never forget that if we stick together, we can get through that shit. I love you for all the reasons why they said that they couldn't. Thank you so much for your time today. Somebody just posted something. They said the sources are you. Are they? Why would I be a source to myself? That sounds crazy. They better not have posted me on here. Bitch! 30 minutes ago, the subsidiary Shade Room page. I'm about to throw up. Like, can somebody please save me? Jesus.